That's right. We are back. It is another Death Battle Monday. Death Battle comes out on Sundays, but this one is important
Mm-hmm.
because there's two Sonic fans here, but only one Sonic fan here today. But everybody knows what Dragon Ball Z is, so I thought it was important to talk about it because
Mhm.
Cryptid. When I tell you,
Wow.
Twitter was beyond hyped. You would never
Wow.
see so many people so like excited to see a Sonic character play Dragon Ball Z character since Sonic vs. Goku.
Oh God. Wait, wasn't there like a Sonic versus? Oh wait, no, sorry. Vegeta versus Shadow
The
video? I
other
forgot.
Vegeta versus Shadow when Death Battle first
Mhm.
started, that first season. So
Oh,
Shadow
okay.
only had two games on his belt and none of the
Wow.
comics.
Wow. So there's a commotion brewing from Death Battle that involves a Dragon Ball Z character. I never would.
Yeah.
I never thought of it. You know.
People don't know the Dragon Ball Z crowd swears that Death Battle hates them just because Goku keep losing to Superman. But they ignore the fact that Dragon Ball Z has the most wins out of any franchise, even though they do also have the most losses. Because
Yeah.
Marvel and DC don't just fight each other; they fight other people, so they got a lot more easy wins in certain categories.
Yeah.
But this was amazing. It was by animated by Devil Artemis, who is the guy who does the Cell games stuff on YouTube. You know, he's been running
Yeah.
acting in Cell for like since the Cell games upgrade series
Yeah.
was going on.
Hmm.
But Cryptid, Metal Sonic won,
Yeah. I saw like the last 4 minutes of that video, so yeah, I know he won. So yeah.
and it was up in the air because me and Jake know a good bit of Sonic lore. And when it comes to Metal Sonic, I am almost an expert. I will argue I am up there in like top 10 people who know about Metal Sonic.
Okay.
But the way
You
he
see the
won,
way
the way they did it, go ahead.
Yeah, see the way you hype Metal Sonic up is just making that scene, that after credit scene of Amy beating up all those Metal Sonics look that much more ridiculous, man. You know, so
Yeah. The reason me and Jake talked about the battle before it came out,
hmm.
I was worried they're going to make Metal Sonic lose because the IDW comics are bad. So
Okay.
people don't know IDW comic Sonic situation is weird. A lot of people like him, a lot of people hate him. But when I tell you, when it comes down to Metal Sonic, they do not do his powers justice at all. So watching
Gotcha.
Death Battle, Jake's here. Jake, I'm
Hey,
talking about.
Jake.
You see what I'm talking about, right?
He'll come in when he comes in, so go ahead.
But okay.
So
So
you
Metal
started this without me so you could protect your fraud king. I
is not a
see.
fraud. He
Wow.
I
won.
see.
He literally
I
won.
Wow.
see. He
Wow.
he won because
No,
Cell couldn't use his full potential.
no, no, no,
Okay?
no, 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 no. I looked into it, Jake, because I did wonder why they made that decision, and
I
I will get to it. People don't know in IDW comics, despite them actively telling you Metal Sonic has powers, they never let him use them. Me and Jake reread the first arc specifically, and then I went over the rest of the ones when him show up myself. He has the power to copy your bio data, and they actively warn Blaze and other people. If you fight him in that
Mhm.
form with your burning power emblem thing, he'll be able to copy it and he'll be able to use it.
Well, he suspected. There was
Well,
never really confirmed.
No, Ian Flynn
that,
confirmed it
Oh,
in the
okay.
podcast, in the thing.
Look,
Okay.
I mean, look,
So
that's the thing with Death Pal. They'll always take the best parts of a character from all their adaptions. You know?
that's what I was saying. They
Um,
they really did just boost Metal Sonic
yeah.
with every statement they could, and then look at any of the negatives. And I was very
It
happy.
it, it just kind of reminds me of like Kakashi versus Obi Wan,
Ah,
and like whether or not they were
that
going
doesn't.
to allow Kakashi. No, I'm just using that
But not
example,
you.
right?
I'm thinking about the. Go ahead. Finish your
No,
thing.
I'm thinking about that because like as to whether or not they were going to give Kakashi the benefit of using the Sasuno, which was a completely BS power that happened in the manga that just came out of nowhere. But hey,
Yeah.
it happened in the source material, so they gave that as a power to Kakashi. You know,
No,
so.
no, no. He didn't use that Vertica. The guy he didn't use that.
Yeah.
No, they ended up factoring that in their results because I remember like towards the end they said like even if Kakashi used Sasuno,
Yeah, they,
Obi Wan could still beat him, you know.
yeah.
Metal
So
Metal
With
Sonic
metal.
shouldn't be able to copy Blaze or Super Burning Blaze or Supersonic because that's that he would already have that ability. All they're using is their ability to connect to the emeralds, which is not
No,
a
that's what
part
you're
of.
saying.
Yeah.
Her connection to Emeralds is different for Sonic, so they'll definitely had to go in with that. And the way he explained biodata and the power of the Chaos Emeralds, which apparently in a lot of manuals equal life energy. Life energy is the same thing that kids described as, and that's how Death Battle equalized it. Which is why when he copied Cell, he was able to do Kamehameha stuff.
Right. I guess unless if he's just copying the soul emeralds, I guess that's the only thing you would have to be worried about. But he can't copy Burning Blaze. That's just her using an object. You know what I mean?
In the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z, in the full manga,
Uh,
Cell ability and stuff, he's not copying them like he does in the English anime. Or like Boo does. He sees you do something, then he'll do it.
Mm.
Every move of everybody is ingrained in the Cell's bio data. And that's why when they found that out specifically, which is why they gave Metal Sonic the boost they did in the fight. When he went super the second time, Jake, that
Mhm.
was not him doing the super form with the Chaos Emerald. That was literally him going Super Saiyan. He was going super perfect set.
Oh no, I was contesting Ian Flynn's
And
statement. I just thought
I know
I-
Ian Flynn's statement's weird, but I understood what he tried to say.
Right.
Ian Flynn's weird, people. But the Cell regeneration thing, they only gave it to him in one form pick in this fight, and it's really soon. When he does the key Koho, which is people don't know, that's Tien's attack, that's Tri-Beam. He actually does destroy Cell's body, and you see Cell reform and go super perfect Cell.
Wait, so if Cell can't copy abilities, but Goku didn't get instant transmission until I guess he would have copied that from then. But Jiro doesn't know about instant transmission, so how would he be able to copy that?
Nah, instant transmission was something Goku learned from a different name.
Right. And it was pretty clear that well, I guess it's for 20 years in the future.
And in the manga, the reason Cell has it is because remember Jiro made it back to his lab before he died. So in the he was updating the new information into the machine and opening 18 and 17.
I guess, but Goku dies pretty early.
Yeah, but Goku still shows off the move when he gets to Earth, which is how they end up knowing about it. Because he was still watching him up to the moment of the fight. He didn't understand what Super Saiyan was.
Yeah.
The English this is why people say the English adaptation is not a good version of Dragon Ball. Because it does change a lot of the scenes. He knows what Super Saiyan is. He just don't understand the power of it. Because when Goku used it, he was just against Trunks, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of stuff they went into explaining, it does make sense. The problem is the reason Metal Sonic couldn't do it only because the way IDW writes Metal Sonic does not make sense. He will copy your body and never use your power. He looks Shadow in the face, copies Shadow's body data, but they will never use a Chaos Spear or Blast or any of Shadow's moves. It doesn't make sense. He has used
Chaos Control.
Yeah, he used. They justified Metal being way weaker than Cell, and Cell playing around at the way that Metal had time to catch up and then copy his full bio data. And I was fine with that because Cell did not kill Hercule, immediately, even though he was way weaker than him.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was interesting. I'm glad Metal Sonic won. It did feel like bullshit, but the more I look into it, I can see why they made the conclusion, even though I don't think it's a good conclusion. But shout out to the Sonic fans. They need a W. They don't get anything.
Hold on. I just want to say I saw Vector rip off Metal Sonic's skin in his super form. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
There's so much stuff in IDW that if I really want to, I can say that I can beat Metal Sonic.
Is Vector God level or is Metal Sonic car level? Think about it.
Jake, could you do that clip or could you not do it?
No, I didn't think the podcast was going to start so soon. I was about to
the only other thing I wanted in this podcast before you start scripted, I want them to do Cell Spirit Bomb. Cell in the game, the Spirit Bomb, and he absolutely says, "I ain't playing it. Give me your stupid energy," and they never brought it back. I wanted the Death Battle so bad. I really did.
I know no one here cares, but I did watch the first two Star Trek movies recently.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
Nice.
The first one was boring as shit. The second one
was
boring as shit. The costumes were ugly.
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it.
every franchise has to have its point one.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. If Gene Roddenberry had his way, the first movie would have been every Star Trek movie from then on out. So it was the second one.
I heard there was a director's cut for the first movie, and I'll watch that on my own time whenever. but I'm just like that first movie. I hated the costumes; they were ugly as hell. The only two good costumes was
it the white
McCoy's
ones?
disco outfit.
Mhm.
It was like the beige, brown, and white one.
Yeah.
It was McCoy's disco outfit and Spock's goth outfit. Those were the only two good outfits. The plot was boring. We were trying to figure out what the plot actually was because I watched it with friends.
They were watching the birth of a new creature.
Sure. It just looked like a giant butthole, guys. It looked
It
like
was.
That was.
My mind is stuck on when you mentioned like Spock was wearing what, a goth outfit? I'm thinking,
goth outfit, the Vulcan goth outfit, guys. Anyways,
Yeah,
besides the point. The second movie, I watched it yesterday, when I got home, and it was leagues better. It had
better than Into Darkness.
It looked like it had half the
No,
budget
no,
of
it's
the
not.
first movie,
Yes.
and it was better for it. The
No, it's not.
uniforms were better. It introduced Savick, which thank God. But Khan, here's the thing about Khan.
A pecan?
He's annoying in a different way than Harry Mudd. I can actually watch an episode with Khan in it. I can't watch an episode with Harry Mudd in it. Okay.
Don't you ever disrespect Colin.
Harry Mudd is a sleazebag. He's a sleazebag, though. That's what Harry Mudd is.
I know, but it's like every time I see him, I just want to choke him out.
Which is what you're supposed to do to a villain, and it's supposed to be how you feel.
I will say that.
You know that scene from Megamind where Megamind comes out of like the giant drone version of his head. It's like, you may be a villain, but I'm a super villain. That's Khan to Mudd. But the thing about Khan is that he was so destined to try to kill Kirk that it's like, that wasn't very logical and illogical of you, Khan. That wasn't really enhanced intelligence of you, Khan. Even the other people on his crew were like, I don't know if this is a great idea, bud.
Yeah, but if I don't kill him, I'll lose.
I gotta say two things. I want to say two things. One, Into the Darkness, Khan is not as smart as displayed as smart as the original.
He doesn't need to be smart. He's Benedict Cumberbatch.
We don't talk about Benedict Cumberbatch.
The thing I love about that movie is that the final ship is actually smaller than the Enterprise, but it is still more deadlier to it than the big one in Into Darkness. That's why I loved it showed how smart he was. He could work with less.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
He didn't need to be. He didn't need to be smart. He was Benedict goddamn Cumberbatch.
Oh, that's true. The second thing I'll say is,
I'm just saying it took them decades for them to properly cast Khan as with an Indian actor, and I'm just like, cool. We see him as a kid in Strange New Worlds, and then we have a whole podcast with him in it, which I haven't listened to, but I'll get on that later.
My second point is also that I want you to pay attention to this, because when you get to 3 onwards, Kirk is not going to give a fuck about Khan, but you'll swear by everything after this that he's going to be the most important person in the fucking galaxy to ever happen. I'm just saying.
He's really not, though.
He's really not. He was just some guy to Kirk. He was
don't you ever disrespect the GOAT. His legacy outlived every other film.
Kirk's arch nemesis shows up next film.
And guess who's talking about more? Who talked about more?
What I know, Kirk becomes Klingon racist.
Yes, that's his arc.
Yeah,
that's his arc. He doesn't even give a shit about Khan.
He doesn't give a shit about Khan.
And guess whose legacy lived on?
One other time in the original series, and then and then he dies in the second movie, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
He was his Green Goblin. Green Goblin died and was dead for 30 years, right? And it was the same thing. The only difference is the end of Dark and then bring him back like Green Goblin came back.
Right.
If he came back with like the Foe's Green Goblin style, people would have loved him.
But next up on the watch list of the TOS era is Search for Spock. That
He's
movie
at home
has kind of been
in a
spoiled.
onesie.
Most of these movies have been spoiled for me because most of these movies have been out for decades, so I don't really care. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. We're almost at TNG, and then my mom and you, Jake, can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, about the greatest Star Trek, the show that put Star Trek on the map was TNG.
Well, I heard the first season wasn't that
good. But the first 2 seasons ain't that great. But
no. They're decent, but you just tell, like most shows, they're like trying to figure out their place and everything.
But to be fair, first season of TNG is really just taking plots from TOS and putting it in TNG. That's why Riker is there to do the Kirk bit that would have been in the episode.
And also, he doesn't have a beard, which makes
Right.
him look weird.
Yeah.
Bro,
also,
he had to
Billy,
retire
I
it.
know you're not watching this, but Billy, shut the fuck up about Riker for 5 fucking minutes, okay?
He's a
I'm not
He-Man.
at TNG.
But-
I'm not at TNG. You can't simp for Riker yet. You have to keep simping for Kirk, okay? That's how that works.
He's a He-Man.
Yeah.
Alright. Back to my
Anyways,
topic
that's
that got
all.
derailed.
Yeah,
Jake,
sorry. I wanted to bring that up before we moved on.
before we move on, if a Sonic character returns to Death Battle, who are you choosing?
I don't know. I don't think I usually don't really
You
care much about that.
don't think about it for like how if they're gonna get it right or not. Think about it for the animation. Who do you want
has
to
to
see
be
as
Amy.
like somebody?
Can we do
That's the
Cream,
Amy.
the bunny girl? Can we do her
Cream.
from Kids and Giggles?
Amy's already in one. She fought Ramona Flowers
Listen,
from
listen. I mean, to be
Cream?
fair,
Let's do
to be
Cream.
fair, to be fair to
back.
Witch, Cream has a W feat because in Sonic X, Merle beat the dog shit out of all the Sonic heroes, and Cream just beat the dog shit out of him. So I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm just
depending
saying.
on who they give her, depending on who she has to fight against, it's either gonna end with friendship or it's gonna end in a murder.
Sure.
We got all the main people, all the main Sonic characters in Memory did it. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Silver, Amy. We just did Metal. We did Shadow.
Shadow.
We did Shadow
Me,
twice. No, we did
the
Shadow 3
devil.
times.
Next one has
So,
to be Rouge.
We did Eggman. Yeah, we either had to do Rouge, which would be probably against Black Cat or something. It'll be Thief for Thief. Or you'll have to do Tango and Whisper, because you know they can't separate them. It'll be a duo battle for someone else.
Because these people are too codependent on each other, and I fucking hate it.
You know, for the shits and giggles of it all, for like a duo death battle, and I know I'm playing into my biases here, but you guys know me by now. We need to have the Wonder Twins versus the Bobier twins, just for me, guys.
You want to talk about?
Just
That's
for me.
because Tango and Whisper can't win any death battle. You would have to get someone really pathetic. They have not had a feat. Their biggest feat is beating a shapeshifter.
Whisper will kill somebody. That's the only W.
But who has she actually got? Like, give me a notable feat that isn't Mimic.
Shadow, it's me,
Anyway.
the devil.
Anyway, welcome Contact Live audience. Yada yada yada. We pretty much already started the topics anyway.
You heard us.
Wanna
You
get
heard our
started?
nerd about 2 different nerd topics. It's time to start.
Introduce ourselves.
I'm
Cryptic,
Jake.
go ahead.
Oh god.
Okay.
Cryptic, say his name.
Oh, okay.
Cryptic,
I
say
guess,
his
You guys
name.
hear?
yeah.
Go, Jake.
Okay, guys, Cryptic, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cryptic, guys. Okay, you hear
Yes,
me
we-
now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could always hear you.
That was the plot twist.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think you're just out of sync again.
When I finally had
But
something to say, that's
say-
what I was
Say your
Yeah.
name,
going.
please.
Cryptic Deeker 415. Dan, the second I have something to say tonight, that's when I start having glitches, audience. Wow.
I'm Jake Talonal. I'm here to say, listen, at first I was scared of Nemesis, and now he's just a fucking bitch. Hate
Don't
this
you
bitch.
disrespect
Wow.
him.
Nah. How is he gonna camp outside my save slot in a narrow alley? Fuck that dude, bro. I was so
Because he knows where you are. Why would he
Nah,
leave?
bro. Pissing me off. I hated that whole bit, bro. Fuck that
Man,
dude.
Wow, once again, a villain that you hate, Jake. Wow, it's almost like a lost
He's not,
art.
but it's not fun to hate him. He's just being an asshole.
No. That's what
He
villains
was
are
very
supposed to
hard.
do, Jake.
It's
was
That's
very
what
hard.
villains are supposed to do.
It's a game, bro.
What has the Breaking Brad generation done to you, Jake? You
I'm just
know?
saying, we're playing a cat and mouse game, and he's just camping. That's not fun. That's not fun.
Anyways, let's move on.
Ace Comics, man. But look, man. Look, he's the greatest pursuit boss of all time. He knows you're in the room. Why would he leave?
Because he needs. It's supposed to be a game, and he's supposed to make it fun for both of us.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
That's the game. The game is getting out of line.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Witch.
Wow, look at Jake. Look at Jake being annoyed that a character's doing his literal job, audience. Wow.
Okay, I'm
Well.
Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he. And let me know in the audience. Let me know in the comments, audience. Should I play Star Trek Prodigy Supernova or should I play Shin Megami Tensei 5?
No,
While
just play
this
Star
live
Trek
goes on.
Insurgents.
Yeah.
I don't have that game. I only have those 2 games for my Switch right now. I haven't had Wi-Fi in 2 months. Let me have this.
All right. And together, We form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. Yes, I did a little turn when I did that. It was really
Yeah.
saucy. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about some news stuff. We got this death battle shit on the screen, but trailers came out, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trailers came out.
I don't
Shit
think I
happened.
like any one of them, bro.
All right, well, yeah, that's spoilers. Astro Boy is coming back. Chip Zdarsky is gonna lead Marvel for the next year. Yo, talk about it, bro. The character writer is gonna lead the character division of Marvel.
Wow.
Yeah, it's either gonna be very good or very bad. I don't think there's gonna be mid.
Right.
Mhm.
Shalla-Bal, y'all know that person? Y'all remember
I
her?
would say Shia LaBeouf. I was about to say,
Shia LaBeouf's cousin, Shalla-Bal, is coming to get a one shot.
She's
Okay.
coming.
She's coming to get a one shot. There's a dot
Oh,
there. You gotta
God,
wait.
dude.
You gotta wait.
Don't-
Okay.
don't tell Johnny about
We try keeping this as PG as possible, audience. All right.
PG my ass.
That's like the TMNT
at a
2.
minimum.
It's like
PG-13 at
TMNT.
minimum.
That's like the second Turtles movie where Splinter's like, "I'm coming to the dinner." Something like that. It's like something like that. Anyway,
Audience,
We need to have an
audience,
X-rated. We need to have an X-rated episode where we just talk about like X-rated stuff, guys. It'll be great.
There you go.
And-
Audience, for Doodles, I want you to say Shalla-Bal is coming with a one shot. There you go. Say it.
and
And
Spider-Man.
And
Long-
audience, if you still want me and Austin to talk about steampunk and other aesthetics that were reign supreme in the 2010s, let us know because we will do it.
And
Yeah.
Spider-Man Long Way Home, because we're not done with the home saga, okay? It's still happening. All right? Long Way Home is coming with a miniseries. All right?
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like a porn parody.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I guess it's
Life
gonna
update, y'all. I'm not feeling like I'm dying, but I think
That's
I'm-
good.
There you go. There you go.
I told you the Tylenol was gonna help.
Wait, which? Social medias.
Oh yeah. Okay. First of all, subscribe, or I'm going to rip my uterus out of myself and throw it at you. Just kidding. I won't do that. I don't have the money for that. You can find us on Twitter at Comic Phanatics 69, or I'm gonna tear out Jake's uterus and throw it at you. 'Cause Jake
That's
totally has one of those.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, you can, if you want to find me and see what I'm up to right now, you can find me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I post some stuff sometimes, mostly just rants and rambles or whatever. Yeah, you can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at Norsar Aria. I will be posting a review on Wrath of Khan very soon, so stay tuned for that. Fucking funny as hell, but please don't. You can find Austin wherever you find a brick wall with a bright blue eyes and hot pink blush.
You can
Cryptids
technically
are
find me on
other-
Twitter. I've been very active on Twitter last few weeks.
That too. You can find Austin on Twitter. You can find Cryptid wherever I put Cryptid last. Honestly, I forget where I put Cryptid sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. He never hits me up to like take him places. You know who does hit me up to take him places? Jake. So where are you, Jake? Okay, just fucking ignore me. Okay, cool, Jake.
He's in parts unknown.
Exactly. It's like
Don't worry, audience.
I didn't realize I got muted. I would say right now I'm in the abyss, headed to my next timeline.
Cool.
Okay.
Let me know if you need help with that.
All right.
Gotcha. Oh, all right then. Now we got that out of the way, audience. We should probably move on to the topics of the week. So,
Yeah, because now I can move around my room without wanting to die. Let's fucking go, guys.
there you go.
Guys, what I got this one. I got this one. Yo, everybody back up. Get behind me. All right. This
Okay.
the greatest superhero story ever told was told today without the superhero shit in it. All right. So
Oh,
so we have lanterns. It's coming. All right. But this time no green. No green is here. Okay.
Where's the
That's
green?
listen, remember when Brett Ratner said that yellow and blue spandex was stupid? All right.
mhm.
We're doing that again.
Yeah.
We're doing that again. So
And it's all Deadpool's fault.
God dang it.
If
He
Deadpool
paid his
didn't go
son.
back in time and shoot Ryan Reynolds in the head, the Green Lantern movie would have been made. And that timeline, if it got made, it would have made money because that timeline's different from ours. And this Green Lantern will have color.
I
That's
thought
why
everybody
bring
was.
back the color.
Yeah, I thought everybody was looking forward to seeing what a brown lantern looks like, because that's what
No,
I'm seeing
you
in
guys
this.
weren't there when I was on a TikTok live where two people were rambling or ranting about this trailer and this suit. And also
Yeah.
you missed when my friend, who I'm gonna call Hot Dog for this situation, trust me, it makes sense later, made up a whole Brown Lantern oath, which I will not recite because I don't remember it.
Do it.
I don't want to remember it.
Wait, if you copy that and put it in our Discord, I swear I will recite that oath.
that'll be the opening to the next episode.
Oh, gosh. I'm
Come
not
on,
gonna
do it,
ask
Witch.
him for that
Do
because
it.
then he's gonna have power over me, and I don't want to do that. That man decided, yes, I'm gonna make a bear person for a Star Trek RP. Okay.
Don't think of it as him having power over you. Think of it as me having power over the brown.
Oh God.
But people don't know. For some reason, James Gunn and the directors of this show decided to do a true detective-inspired Green Lantern. So, people don't know, Green Lantern is basically space cop. So, I understand the idea. Apparently, the first few episodes are going to be on Earth and the rest supposed to be in space. The problem is, that's the stuff you're supposed to tease in your teaser.
Yeah.
And what I saw was just you made a whole lot of changes to the lore. Like, having to make the implications of the black guy having to prove himself to the old white man, first of all.
I didn't see it as that. I didn't see it as that way.
He was
but
chosen. He was chosen by a ring, and then the white man said, "Nah, you got to prove yourself to me."
You see,
I'm just
look. Part of me is wondering: is that for story? Was that decision made for story reasons, or was that made just to cut off on budgetary reasons?
it made the cutoff on budget because the only adaptation where they do kind of do this is where you get chosen by the ring and get taken to Oa itself, and you get trained by Kilowog.
Yeah.
But
I
then
just
you're
don't
with
know
every
how.
other recruit. You're not with one Green Lantern.
Yeah, audience, like I know studios now more than ever when it comes to superhero films, they want to be careful as to how much they're using their money for budgets. But for a Green Lantern project, like, come on, dude, you can't cut budget there, man. It will be one of the most expensive projects to make, Like, you should know
and
that by title. Yeah.
And also like a lot of stuff that was just casually changed, like the dialogue with John Stewart asking Hal Jordan of all people. Well, so what about you? Do you talk to the aliens? Do you talk to the aliens? Are you friends and stuff? He's like, bro, they're aliens. I don't talk to them. One's a squirrel. And he like stuff like that. And then he mentions he's the only human Green Lantern, even though we know that's a lie because Guy Gardner is active at the time.
Yeah.
People don't know Guy's active, and he's supposed to be in the show.
This is his sector, after all, audience. So I don't know. That seemed like an oversight of a line there, So
Maybe he was lying. You never know.
He could be, but it's like you're lying to the guy who's going to replace you and don't have to deal with him anyway. Eventually, you'll warn him. Yeah, there's a guy, but he's kind of an asshole.
Well, actually, okay. Since he mentioned the squirrel, then technically there's 4 Green Lanterns on Earth.
No, the squirrel's not on Earth. He was just talking about the aliens. He said one of them squirrel.
Okay.
Gotcha. Squirrel.
Yeah, but he said he's not friends or really talk to any of them. Like, what are we gonna talk about? They're aliens.
You don't talk to Kilowog and them?
Exactly. So it's like in that one line, you just threw away all of the Hal Jordan franchise people want to see, all that stuff. Because people are expecting Hal to retire in the show. Because that's the premise they set up.
Look, I kind of find that weird that you're telling me that Hal Jordan has no established connections with anybody from the Lantern Corps when he's in this stage of his life, like basically in retirement age. Like that sounds real weird, dude. Like really, all those years you never you never got shot or went through the horrors of war or anything like that with any of the Lantern Corps. Seriously, like come on, Kilowog. I thought you and Kilowog were supposed to be tight, but apparently not. So
maybe they were, and then the accident happened.
You also had a thing where it's like Hal Jordan was the main Green Lantern for so long. A lot of people finally excited to see him done right, and the first thing you do is give us old man Hal Jordan.
He hurt himself today.
Basically, I just wrote what you said.
No, I said he hurt himself today.
That's the Logan trailer music in one now, but that's really funny. It still makes me laugh. But there's just so much like casual stuff that just throw you off. Like even like the suit color, the suit and the ring color. His suit is brown, and when people wanted to make excuses like, "Oh, maybe it's just messed up from radiation on us," I was like, "Bro, it's a suit. He can get a new one. He has no reason to hang up this dirty suit."
Also, he usually makes it. He usually makes his suit though.
No, he does not.
Audience, here's a food for thought moment, right? Imagine you going to work with only one uniform on for your whole career. How long do you think that's gonna last? Like I would think of a superhero, with an active superhero, they will have like a whole closet full of the same sort of costume, So
The original, people don't know. Your only like judgment might be like one or two cartoons or the movie.
Yeah.
The suit he has, he actually stole it from the guy who died.
Wait, what?
The alien who crash lands it, he takes the suit off the guy.
Whoa! I didn't know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There were like multiple panels and stuff. Like he can physically take the suit off. It was more like one of the reboots in the comics where they made it so it was like, oh, the suit makes like it's from the energy of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of times where it's just a suit he can hang up in the closet. So I wasn't mad at that.
Practicality wise, I could kind of understand why you would want to wear a suit instead of just a construct with a lantern ring. Because keep in mind, if you make a suit, in that case, that suit's going to have to cover over your pre-existing clothes. I know with what's his name, Guy Gardner, he actually does that in the comics, right? He just walks around naked, but he just uses his ring construct. His own
Guy
suit.
himself tells you in the Superman movie that Max Lord made his suit.
Oh, okay, there you go. No,
so we know that's not a thing here. It's there's a lot of like little stuff like that. Hal Jordan's ring, people don't know it's a green ring, but it has gold and yellow on it for some reason.
That seems like more of a stylistic choice than what will make sense.
If you change the name from Green Lanterns to Lanterns because they thought the writers actually they thought the Green Lantern sounds stupid, and they was like, oh well, you might see other lantern colors in the show. That wouldn't stop it being a Green Lantern show, but apparently at some point you're gonna see like maybe Sinestro on them because Sinestro should be a thing now if Hal's old.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, if you decide to remove the Green Lanterns, okay, then how are you going to differentiate the other Lantern Corps then?
No, I mean not the name.
Mm-hmm.
The show was called Green Lantern. He changed it to Lanterns. He thought green sounded stupid.
Wow.
I think Lantern sounds like a cool name, but I
Lantern
don't
doesn't sound like a DC show. It sounds like a random teen drama.
It sounds like he took a page off of Arrow, from the CW show. Yeah.
I ain't like that either. Lantern sound like a young adult show where they like the ending scene and they make like homemade lanterns and release them in the air. Like that scene from Tangle.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like so you do the Green Lantern ring and you put gold and yellow in there. Like style wise, this looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see John Stewart's Lantern at one point too, and it's just ugly. People don't know the showrunner for the show, the same guy who did Watchmen, the TV show. So I didn't have a lot of hope visually going into it because they made Dr. Manhattan look like just a guy painted it blue instead of an actual thing.
Right. So the glowy. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I'm sure I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a Wonder Man situation. A lot of writers are pretty.
Wonder Man was a fluke. I'm just gonna call it audience.
Did you not like it?
No, I liked it, but like it was like one of those accidental successes that ended up being great. Nobody expected that to be good. But with this Lantern show, I don't think it's going to reach that high of a level. Like if it's going to really turn a lot of people's heads over, because like from what I'm seeing, not a lot of people are impressed by this trailer, and rightfully so. maybe they could have been swayed more if you actually added a little bit more color. Like, there's a reason why I brought this picture up, right? When you see Hal Jordan flying, okay, you can, if you're just a casual, right? Do you really expect somebody to see that and say, that's Green Lantern?
Yeah, but the
When
problem is, I think you forgot, Guy don't have the aura either.
true, but like you at least see Guy Gardner have color in his suit, and you see scenes
Yeah.
of Guy Gardner using his constructs. You know,
And you're going to
here in
get
this
that. This is a teaser from the first 3 episodes while they're still on Earth. The rest of it's going to be in space.
okay.
Like I said,
Maybe.
when I say it's going to be like Wonder Man, I mean in the sense of like they're looking at it as a set the show first and then adding Green Lantern elements. The time when Wonder Man was a show about an actor who just happens to have superpowers. And
Okay.
so I think gonna have this fan base is gonna be split in the sense of like I think the detective stuff in the show can be good, but you won't see it as a Green Lantern show, which will still be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Because think about this: if you're doing the detective stuff all the way up to the end, and then suddenly it's like a big CGI, green yellow fight, it's gonna look funny. It's gonna feel funny.
It almost feels like you're trying. You completely change the tone of this series at the last minute. You know, when we see a big superhero battle. After all,
Yeah, if they go just the full detective thing and not try to go for the big CGI Green Lantern War, at least for the end of the first season, I think it could be a sleeper hit.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike
Gotcha.
Wonder Man, it'll probably do better just because you know how big a name in it. You'll see the Green Lantern stuff and they'll be like, oh yeah, so they are doing Green Lantern, and they'll just skip the first 2 episodes and just jump straight to that.
Mm-hmm.
They still had that dedicated core fan base that Wonder Man didn't have, despite being very good.
No, I mean, yeah, that is true. I mean, Green Lantern is a bigger name than Wonder Man at the end of the day, after all, you know.
Like I said,
But,
maybe it's like what we said, where Hal is lying he's just rookie hazing the new guy. It's very possible. But
Mhm.
once we go into space, they do need to change that suit, or maybe that's going to need to be a part of the story. That's when we get a new suit and stuff like that. And we gotta get some traditional suits in here.
Yeah, that's true.
If Guy
That's true.
Max Lord's suit is white and green, theirs need to be black and green. Like the official Green Lantern ones need to be black and green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So let's just hope for
I
the best.
did read this. Credit, we did talk about this though. I was arguing they really should did the aura for the flight, especially for Guy as well, because this looks just like a random flying dude.
Yeah, that was part of the point I was trying to make. You know, if you see this still, right, this scene of Hal flying, nobody would say to themselves, "That's Green Lantern." You know, not a single person. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
So,
it's. I won't say it's not good. It just looks boring.
yeah, I think that's a proper
yeah.
label for this.
People were
So.
expecting colorful, so once we get to space, they do need to go colorful. If they don't, a lot of people just not going to try the show.
Yep, exactly.
The next trailer got to be better. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe this is the Hal Jordan that cut off a 10-year-old's hand to win a death battle.
Maybe it's the Hal Jordan that dated that 10-year-old.
Not maybe.
Oh,
and that's why he doesn't have any friends.
So that's not a joke. She's in the show.
Oh, well, you know.
Alyssa is in the show. She is casted.
That's why he doesn't have any friends, you know? They were like, fuck you.
Didn't she age herself up? Didn't she age herself up or something in the comics?
She aged herself up, but she didn't get the experience of those ages. She's still just a 10-year-old in an older body.
Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know too much of that war, so I will.
That's literally all it is. She was 10. She liked Hal Jordan. She aged herself up to 20, but she didn't have no life experience. So she was still just a 10-year-old with boobs.
Okay, gotcha.
And he went for it, so he's going to jail.
Got me from what I recall in Young Justice, in a 50-year-old Martian date a person that's not even 1 year
They're both
old.
mentally teenagers, though.
They're still both mental teenagers and technically both not human. So whatever. It's not our rules.
You know what's crazy? They had a whole debate about like the mental ages in Young Justice. They had like a whole round table discussion about it, where they were trying to figure out.
Yeah, 2 minutes and they threw all this shit away.
Yeah, they were trying to figure out like how do we hire people in the Justice League? Like, is it by
you would
age?
Shazam be here? He's 13.
Yeah, they're like, actually, yeah, get the fuck out of here. How about that? They just got really mad at him.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the Injustice comics, wasn't Harley Quinn trying to hit on Shazam? It's
She
been a
didn't know better.
while.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but
She
I'm
did
sure she
not.
didn't know
She did not know he was a kid when that
better.
was going on.
Okay, just checking.
I have a
So-
follow-up question. Okay, so I had this debate with somebody because I could never find like a confirmed thing. Before Superman kills Shazam, does he know he's a child?
Yes.
Well, no. Wait,
Okay, how do
no.
we
At
know
that
that?
point,
Since
wait,
no.
Jake.
Everyone in the Justice League knew he was a child. That's why they were horrified when he did it. For the
Okay,
Flash
I thought they were
and
horrified because he
Justice.
killed somebody in front of them.
No. For the
Okay.
Flash and Green Lantern specifically bring it up.
Okay.
Wait. At that point, when Shazam got killed, wasn't he an adult at that point?
No,
No,
he was
no,
in his
no.
human form, but he's still
killed
a kid.
in his Shazam state.
Right. Because I
He was
was.
still a child.
He was
No.
13. They bring it up in
No.
both games.
No. Wait, I'm trying to remember it from the comics. 'Cause I thought, like in the
No, I'm
beginning of
telling you.
Injustice League, one is 13, but then 5 years passed by. So that wouldn't that make him 18 at that
Oh.
point?
No, he was still a child when he got killed. That was he died before the time skip.
Okay. Yeah. These things are confusing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't quite
let's look
understand it.
back on that. Yeah, because I
Remember,
know
he died
like,
before Injustice 1.
I gotta look. I gotta look back at that because at the point,
Injustice 1 is the time skip. The 5-year time skip was the Batman buying time to get the other heroes here.
Right. So
Wait.
okay, I guess I'm just confused
Was
because I'm confused with the way I think Cryptid and Austin's points are confusing. So Cryptid saying that Shazam was 13 at the start of the timeline, and
He's
5 years
saying this.
passed.
Yeah,
was
he's saying there was a
Shazam
time skip before he died. The time skip was after he died.
Okay.
no, like was Shazam present when Superman killed Joker? I just want to know. Was he present
No.
enough
No.
there?
No,
He was not
wasn't.
in the league.
No, it's not.
Okay, gotcha.
The Justice League at the time of Superman, Joker's death was the
Mhm.
actual like main team, and Cyborg for some reason.
Gotcha. All right. Well, just want to clarify
Yeah.
that. But anyway, before we get too far off topic, you
Yeah.
guys want to move on to the next topic?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
Let's keep talking about Superman and murdering kids, please.
Okay.
We can do that another day.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, Jake.
Austin, this is you, dude.
Yeah, bro. What is this talking about?
Jake know about Astro Boy?
I
Astro
barely know
Boy-
that Toby boy. I barely know him.
Astro Boy is confirmed to get a live action. This is different from people don't know. A couple of weeks ago, we were going to do a topic about the leaked animated stuff for Astro Boy, which the trailer is supporting cast leaked everything. Voice actors, we know everything about the show. But now
Yeah.
he's getting a live action show. So I'm thinking they're doing like a full rework push of Astro Boy as a franchise. Coming up soon. I am against this movie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Why?
fuck him, dog.
There should not be a live action Astro Boy movie. You're going to put a 10-year-old in some booty shorts to have guns come out of his ass.
Now they'll remodel him.
And imagine what's going to be like in the sequel, because that boy's going to be like, you're going to have an Avatar The Last Airbender situation.
That's why you have to do him at 10, so and then do the next movie soon, so he'd be like 13 and still like be a child. And
I'm sure they're gonna be like, "Oh, we fixed this, so you can grow up now. You can grow like a normal
they're gonna
boy."
be they rebuild him every few years, so he can look still look at the age. But the stuff that I think because of what Astro Boy is, they're gonna have to drastically change how he looked to be appropriate in current cinemas.
Yeah.
And I think in doing so, you do lose a lot of Astro Boy. So I'd just rather stick to the animated thing. Not everything needs to be live action. That's a weird thing, a trend that keeps happening.
Exactly. Some things look better. Some things look better in animation after all, but they don't translate that well when it comes to live action. I mean, look at Alita. Alita Battle Angel. After all,
And people love that.
Yes, but it didn't sell well.
Okay.
But look at this, Jake. If we go to the theater, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I was just saying, like the Alita Battle Angel movie at least tried bringing some anime tropes from the manga and making it look in live action, but it just didn't look visually right. Like I remember the Doctor, he had that like that rocket hammer. Now in anime that would look pretty cool, but when you're seeing it in live action, you're like, something feels off about that in a normal person's hand, So,
Jake,
yo, what's up?
if we go to this theater and watch this film,
Talk to
and I
me.
hear someone say something weird, I'm gonna have to kill him. You realize that, right?
I understand.
Oh,
If a
dude.
10-year-old boy comes in with booty shorts and his guns come out his ass cheeks and start shooting people, and someone makes a weird sound, they're gonna have to be killed.
It's understandable. That's understandable. Yeah.
I think this movie is going to be such a weird experience for people, one way or another.
Yeah, it's probably gonna
Man.
redesign.
And plus, depending on how this movie is going to determine how people view Astro Boy as a character and as a medium.
That's a good point to bring up, which imagine a parent
Trust
being
me, how do you
told
think
by
I
the
feel?
Yep. Imagine a
All the
parent.
time.
Imagine a parent being asked by their kid, "Hey, I want to dress up as Astro Boy this Halloween."
Exactly.
Really? Oh boy. I mean, it
And
will be
then
a cheap costume, but do you want to? Like,
you
Oh,
do
think
listen,
about
you
this.
spend
have
all that money on that freaking on those boots.
Mm-hmm.
an Astro Boy you could have adapted, and if you adapt this one, that'll be fine. But it's not called Astro Boy. It's Pluto, which is in the same universe.
Okay.
Pluto was like the opposite of Astro Boy. He was the robot that said, "You know what? Let's just end the world. Screw these people." And Astro Boy does it of fighting him. If people don't know, Pluto's the original arc in Astro Boy, but it was redone by the same guy who did such anime epic stuff like Monster, Akira, all that stuff. He did it. It's on Netflix. You can watch it.
Also,
It's called Pluto.
is it just me, or do they keep wanting to adapt a lot of older anime recently? Because they're doing it with this, they're doing it with Cat's Eye, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's like a manga called that, by the way. It's not
Yeah,
like pulling that in my ass.
They're
not
looking
Cat's
for
Eye,
that
the
pre.
K-pop band.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking
they're
about the
looking for.
K-pop band.
They're looking for that pre-established audience for
Motherfucker, I'm
sales.
waiting
Bro,
for
hey,
some of my
no,
shoujo
no,
horror and some of my old BLs to get adapted
Brittany,
properly.
Mhm.
I would kill for a Bride of Deimos fucking anime
I'm,
nowadays. We're never gonna
Chris,
get it.
there is no
Mhm.
pre-audience, bro. Ain't nobody here
What?
grew up Astro Boy.
Well, without Astro Boy, we wouldn't be here.
So,
So
yeah,
we're
but it's not no pre-audience for. You're not gonna like. There's no teenagers or young adults like Astro Boy. That's the goat. Like I love that thing. You didn't grow up with it. They didn't watch that stuff. I only know about
Wasn't
Astro
there?
Boy because I go back and read and look at really
Wasn't,
old stuff.
me
wasn't there?
too.
Wasn't there
Shout out
an
to all my
Astro?
cousins who Kino Uta
There was an
stand.
animated film,
Yeah.
yes, and it didn't do
No,
well.
no. Wasn't there like an Astro Boy TV show on CW11 from the early 2000s?
There was
God.
an animated film in 2013.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a show Astro Boy at some point,
I'll look
like
it up.
early 2000s. But
But it's just
memory's
one of those
very
things
fuzzy.
you don't want. It's one of those things where you don't want this old stuff to die because they are important to the history of
It's
franchises.
important to history.
Yeah, so I get bringing it back, but because
Mhm.
times have changed so much, you can't bring it back the way it was. But there being a whole lot of problems. That means you have to change a whole lot of stuff, and then a lot of time it loses the essence of what it originally was.
Yeah,
And
but
when you do it
sometimes,
animated, you'll always have a dedicated audience that will go check it out. When you do it live action,
sometimes,
you're already
like
splitting
in the
people.
case of Dororo, they actually changed a decent amount, like a little bit from the original, and it still worked. Not a lot of people knew it was an older anime when it first came out.
Cryptid, there was an animated show in 2003.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Yep, I knew it.
Let's see how long this went. Looked like it was one season, maybe.
Oh wow, because I didn't do that good. So okay.
Yeah, because Astro Boy is really hard to sell. It's kind of like original Mega Man, where like, oh yeah, the
Uh-huh.
good boy robot, and what he gonna do? He gonna fight the bad robots, and he don't have no. Other than Pluto, if you only know if you read the art, you can't name any villain for Astro Boy, knowing him, because they're not that great. So it's just one of those. It's just one of those weird situations. I get one to bring it back. I'll probably stick to the already leaked animation stuff you already have instead of trying to do the live action thing. The only you automatically split the fan bases, but it's going to look weird. And if you do it correctly, it's going to look weird. If you do it wrong, people are going to be mad you didn't do it correctly. It's not. It's a lose-lose, to be honest.
Yeah. There's a bull in the, that's a loaded topic, audience. There's a bull in each chamber apparently. So yeah. Alrighty then. Well, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Not really. I'm looking up something for the game I'm gonna be playing.
Gotcha. So anyway, with that audience, we should move on to the next topic. So, all right, the next topic is Jane Foster rumored to return for Avengers Doomsday,
Who
and
told you this stupid ass rumor?
I saw like a post online, and
It,
the only thing that comes to mind is like audience, if she is going to be in here, it's just going to be for like what a minute or two of a scene, like probably when Thor himself is dying, they'll probably have a glimpse of her, but that's
yeah,
really
a vision of
all.
her. Yeah, I can see that. That's the only way she's coming back. Well,
Yeah,
how much they hated that film, they're not bringing her back as Thor. I can promise you that.
yeah. Like the whole point of Thor and Avengers Doomsday is really the studio trying to fix his relationship with the audience, given where we last left him off. Because
Oh, you mean all the people crying because that movie like he doubled down on it. That's y'all fault for liking Ragnarok. It's y'all fault. I ain't like Ragnarok. I ain't want a sequel. I ain't want Thor comics.
Listen,
Y'all
I
wanted
was
that.
there day one. I said this was a stupid direction for Thor. I
Yeah.
said it first. I was there. All right.
Yeah.
Right. They're all Jake Austin. They're all jokes we laughed at some point that stopped being funny when they just got doubled down. And
But they
that's what
doubled out.
happened
It was
before.
funny because the joke was bigger. Me and
Anyway,
Jake
I've
are
always-
very Love and Thunder fans.
Well, I just thought I liked it. I don't know. Don't put that on my
So, to all you Jane Foster Thor fans out there, like, look, I feel you. Like, Jane Foster had a really good story arc in the comics with Jason Aaron, but like, when it came to her big debut,
We're not pretending. We're not pretending. Jane Foster was well loved in the comics for her Thor.
Yeah,
We're
let's not lie
not
about
doing
that.
that. Hold on a minute.
No. She had. Look, she had her fair amount of criticisms. Like, yeah, I know people were. Well, just taking the name of her boyfriend, man. That's just weird. Okay,
You couldn't
It
go.
wasn't even that. Not only she do that, she hid it from him for months, and then she started fucking Sam and got him to cheat on Misty Knight.
I just want to listen. I didn't read that one. I just know as an outsider, I couldn't go a week without people bitching about this lady all over the internet.
That great. They had supervillains in the book. They had supervillains in the book glazing her. Like, oh, because you're a woman, I'm not gonna fight. Just take me to jail. Like, fuck off, bro.
Okay, there were good moments in that run. All right,
I'm sure there was.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I wish those moments could have been shown when she got her big moment in the spotlight in the MCU. But I'll always say this about Love and Thunder, right? Coming out of that movie, nobody talks about Jane Foster. Everybody talks about how Thor himself got hurt.
It's just like the comics. I was just saying, it's the same thing. Because once she stopped being Thor, I don't hear Jane Foster anymore. This is the first time I heard her in months. So
she became Valkyrie for a little bit, and then they dropped that. So there you go.
You could audience. You could definitely tell Jason originally wanted to kill Jane Foster off when his Thor run was ending, right? But I guess the editorial mandates were coming in and saying, no, we can't kill Jane Foster off. She's going to have a big MCU debut. Let's just give her the Valkyrie mantle and continue on with the character. But nobody does anything with her as Valkyrie.
Yeah, because no one liked her in the book. No one liked it. Listen, like I said, I didn't read it. I don't know. Maybe I like it. I'm just saying, like, outside observer, she was no better in the comics than she is she's perceived in the movies.
It also didn't help that Jason Aaron used her to retcon a lot of stuff. Like, she threw the hammer into the sun, and the hammer blew up. The hammer that's been through the sun 99 times.
Yeah, and
you destroyed his hammer.
And I do understand people were upset about like how Odin was being depicted during her whole era as Thor, and
To be fair, I was mad about him being sexist. Of course, he wouldn't like some random human woman taking his son's name and his power. Like, what kind of stupid? What dad would? Apparently, a dad sees himself as a god.
But not just like going as far as like having Odin, send the what was it? The destroyer after. The destroyer after Jane Foster, and then him like celebrating, yes, beat her up, take that hammer, make her regret ever picking it up, and then
that's just people mad about a guy being perceived as sexist. But if a woman randomly stole your son's name, your son's power, hid it from you for years, every time you try to figure out who it was, and you find some
Yeah.
random ass human.
Mhm.
You gonna send your destroyer too? Give me my shit back.
And then you have Odin's wife Freya from the side, like making Odin look like the bad guy. Like,
Yeah,
damn,
that's
why
what
are
it
you
was.
making me look like the bad guy?
Thor's
Just like,
Odin's reaction, I think, was fine, but Freya and everyone else trying to demonize him for having feelings about what was going on made him seem like a lot worse.
yeah. And from what I
And then
recall,
that kept going on. They done broke up and everything now, and then he died.
From what I recall, didn't they have a big fight moment, Jane Foster and Odin? I forgot.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, it's been so long, audience.
And
It's
that
been
was
so
he quote
long,
unquote
right?
earned the right to be Thor. Even though you see he just did it because he's like, leave me alone. Just don't come back to Asgard, please.
Question, audience. If would you feel comfortable if you're literally taking the name of your significant other? I mean, even though you two broke up, like, yeah, I'm just really curious. Like,
I think it would have went over more if she just didn't call herself Thor. It was the fact that everyone else hit to the hammer, they never called herself Thor. But the moment you did, you decide to take his name after dumping him and fucking him over for years.
Yeah. The only
People like if
other
Mary Jane
example,
right now, Peter died, and she can't say, I'm going to be Spider-Man.
no, I'm gonna be Peter Parker. Like,
Apparently that happened. Apparently that not MJ, but apparently that happened. Like in the comics, it was like in the old comics. Like apparently Spider-Man, he died, and some girl dressed up as Spider-Man was like, "I'm Spider-Man now," and they're like, "What?"
No, it did happen, but I'm saying, but the difference is, it was like she did that, and then Ben Riley, everyone else was like, "No, we're Spider-Man. What are you doing? Who are you?" And she hiding from us for no reason.
The only closest example I could think of that's similar to this was when the Wasp died, and then Hank Pym's like saying in his moment of grief, saying, "Okay, I'm going to take the Wasp mantle." Like,
I was fine with that because he made the suit in the first place. So, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna honor my dead wife by using her power set. It was basically what he said.
And I'm going to call myself the Wasp. Yeah, that didn't last too long because, as I recall, audience, like even Hank Pym, when he was talking to Tiger, he's like saying, "Okay, yeah, let's be honest. Like this whole me taking the Wasp mantle thing it's just my way of grieving over the loss of my ex-wife. So,
And that's
I'm just
fine.
gonna go back to being Judge Man. I'm going to go back to being Giant Man. You know."
I was fine with that. I think a lot of people were fine with that. The problem is, Marvel writers will not let go of the fact about the hit panel. So they wanted to make him feel bad for feeling grief for a woman he hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, that's just an unfortunate situation Hank Pym has been dealt with, fortunately, audience. But anyway, before we get too off topic, do you guys have any final thoughts on this Jane Foster situation?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, audience.
If he's coming back, that means Thor's going to Valhalla. We just know that he's gone.
Pretty
and
much.
if you don't know, Thor did die in this event in the books, leading up to the end of times. Time runs out and everything. He was the last person to die. So going to Secret Wars, it makes sense for him to kill him off now.
Yep, and what a way for a hero that died in one of the biggest battles of all time, audience. So,
yeah. As long as he'll go out like a bitch, you should be fine with it, in my opinion.
Gotcha. But anyway, yeah, I think with that we should move on.
You just clap.
Okay, sorry. It's echoing in here, audience. I'm in a big room right now.
It was funny sounding.
Gotcha. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic, audience. And I wish I had time for a better picture, but this is the best I can do.
It's fine, bro. Let's get into it. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. How did you feel, Kurt, before I go?
The trailer. Well, I didn't feel like there was much worth talking about this until until I found out later on that they announced who the voice actor for Yoshi is.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I wish I had a time to bring up a better picture, audience. So. Hey, if only I had certain co-hosts who could help me bring up and upload pictures.
Yeah, your co-host is making a short film.
No, you want to animate.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on a career here. So, how about you?
I almost would have. I almost didn't come today, so because of life shit. So don't give me too much crap.
Gotcha. Just
Here's
saying.
the amazing, Jake.
Just saying. I would feel more comfortable, audience, if I had somebody to do at least 5% of the editing here. You know.
Yeah, well,
I do
So
the
listen,
social
all
not
that editing you
10.
do,
stuff.
that 30 minutes of editing, I've been doing that for like 8 hours. So, I'm just saying.
And I'm doing
Let
this
me
from another
ask
part
you:
of the world. I'm doing this from another part of the world, by the way, too, audience. So
did
yeah.
anyone else watch this trailer?
I think I watched all of it, but I definitely watched a decent amount of it.
All right, what, Jake?
No, I like I said, I've been a slave for 8 hours, so I'm not.
A slave can do two things.
I was in excruciating pain for like the
See,
better half of a couple hours.
which was a slave to the body, and
To
they
biology.
still did what they need to do with Jake.
Which
Just
like
saying,
show up.
just saying, audience.
Yes.
Sam Wilson was a slave tending the plantations while also having a smile on his face. You know,
You did
so.
not bring it up. People, let's go ahead and say it. The voice of Yoshi is Childish Gambino of all
For
people.
real, I saw that and I was like, that's fucking wild, dude.
Donald Glover, for anyone who don't know him by his rap name. But
Yo, I didn't even know what his rap name was. When you said that, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, oh, I only know him as Donald Glover.
the only reason they
They're
did
both
this, in my opinion, they did this because the person they hired to be Bowser Jr. is not a big name.
Okay.
It's Benny something, but from what I can see, he's never been the main lead of anything. He's always been a side person.
Gotcha. Well, audience, then you better expect to have like a little musical segment of Yoshi in this.
The question is, will Yoshi actually talk, or then will they just stick with Yoshi? Because you hired a really big actor for this role, and
Yeah,
while
we do.
I'm fine, like I think we all just prefer the Yoshi thing. I guess I wouldn't be mad if he talked. It's never not really something I thought about.
This might be a situation of the Addams Family when they casted Snoop Dogg to play Cousin Nick, even though nobody will be able to tell that was Snoop Dogg because he kept in line with the character, muffling. Like, something like that.
But yeah, basically, it's gonna be the trailer basically confirmed everything we said in our last trailer review. We pretty much said how the movie was gonna go. Everything starts off. Bowser Jr. starts taking the castle. He gets he came for his dad. Him and his dad escape. They're the main villains of the movie, and then somehow they get dragged in the Rosalina situation. We did see Birdo. We saw screenshots of Birdo before this. We didn't talk about it, but we see Birdo in action in this scene in this trailer, like full on.
Which one was Birdo?
Birdo's the pink Yoshi with the mouth, the nose mouth thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I only watched this trailer once, audience, so yeah.
Other than that, it seems just like the first one where it's just gonna be a lot of jumping around to different places. If you don't remember, the first movie was like, oh, we gotta stop Bowser, but it's not Bowser. We have to go here, and then we gotta go here, and then we gotta go here, then we gotta go to Donkey Kong, and for Donkey Kong we gotta go here, and then we go here to the fight, and that's basically what this trailer told you this movie's gonna be. At some point, they're in a random gambling ring fighting for their lives for some dude. The same way they went to Donkey Kong's place and then randomly had to fight Donkey Kong for the help.
They just wanted that fan service moment, but that's their way of saying, look, this is the scene from the games you guys like,
Look, this is how we included Birdo. Don't you know that character?
I love her, my trans queen.
Yeah, but real no, that's actually canon. That's a real thing.
It's actually canon.
Yeah.
You nerds.
But when I saw it, it looked like it'll be decent. I don't think it's gonna. I think visually it's gonna be better than the first one, but I don't know if story-wise it's gonna be better than the first one. The first one might be a very simple story, it's straightforward, but I think it's gonna be its benefit compared to them trying to mash 3 other stories together to do the second movie.
It's not gonna matter what the story is gonna be because we know
this movie. It's gonna be $2 billion. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just on the IP alone of this, So yeah. But yeah.
I don't know. They're doing the paint for Bowser Jr. So I do think we're going to see the black metal Mario looking form from the game. That's
Jeez, you gotta say, geez, they gotta say something for the third film. After all, you know, like don't put all your eggs in one basket for the second film. You know,
that's what we had. That's what we have Mario and Waluigi. That we have Wario and Waluigi. Okay, we got stuff. They still ain't appeared. And then comes the villain stuff.
I'm just saying, please, directors and studios in charge of this, cast Danny DeVito as Wario. Come on, do it. Get a guy from Jersey to be voicing Wario, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a guy from Jersey myself. Audience, you know, so yeah.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be decent. It's a decent trailer. It just nothing really blows you away. It's pretty much everything they already gave away. So I'm like, whatever. You could have kept this trailer, really.
Yeah, true. Okay. Anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Not
I hope
really.
Jake likes the movie.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure we're all going to be watching this anyway, so yeah.
I still haven't even seen the first one.
You sick freak. Watch this film.
I just can't stand Chris Pratt, dude.
And to be fair, he does pretty good and not sound like Chris Pratt most of the time.
So this movie made over $1 billion without Witch's money, apparently, audience. So,
They don't need my money.
Gotcha.
I do wonder though, if we know they're doing Legend of Zelda. People don't know they're doing Legend of Zelda. We already seen a lot of the screenshots, at least from Leak and Zelda. We know what they look like.
Yeah.
I do wonder if this is going to push them to do the next animated film sooner, or are they going to do another franchise? Because I know they want to do Kirby and Star Fox between those two. I personally wanted Metroid.
Ooh, I would love Metroid. But here's my thing. We can't know that Samus is a girl until the end, just like in the original game. I feel like.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is everyone who's going to watch this film knows Samus is a girl. Samus being a girl is way too common.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to make sure that the suit is accommodating to the actress. You know, so
it's not going to be actress. It's going to be animated, most likely.
Here's what you do: you have the first scene, like it's like the Samus in the suit. Right? Say like find a bunch of like whatever's like some shit like that. Has to get to a ship or whatever. Fucking gets battle damage. Takes off the suit. It's a man. What? It's Samus's father. And then Sam protecting baby Samus and sends her away. And then she gets adopted. All that.
You can't do that because Ridley has to kill him.
Well, yeah, you have really stab.
They'll be the opening 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You really stab him, and then he goes to the ship. He's like my baby girl, and then he dies with the suit. And then but that's the plot twist.
By bird people.
Right. But you get the twist. It's just that he's a man, but it's not really Samus though. So that's so yeah.
I do hope they keep the non-forming suit, and then you want to be like, oh, it's a girl. She has the zero suit, so you can tell it's a woman. But the main point of the bounty hunter suit is to be, you can't tell what it is. Who it is.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But all right then.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Anyway, audience, we're done the meat news. Now we're gonna go on to some comic news.
Note: I added the topic I was gonna add earlier.
Ain't nobody want to talk about the damn IDW Sonic.
I'm always talking about it. Talk about it.
Right, that's part of the comic news. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I put it in the comic news. I let 2 topics go for it. I think so.
Oh, okay. Comic news number 1. Chip Zdarsky to Jake. What a picture! Thank you.
I'm not doing it. It's scripted.
You should do it. That's the point.
Okay. Anyway,
Chip Zdarsky to help Marvel Comics for the next 2 years. He said he might not be steering. He doesn't want to say he's steering the ship, but he is one of the main writers and focuses for the next 2 years. This is either going to be really good or really bad.
Higher risk, higher reward is what I'm going with in this audience. Chip Zdarsky, he's, from what I've seen from him over the past couple of years, yes, he is one of the best writers of modern day comics. Okay, yeah,
he's good at Marvel. DC's not that good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all allowed our low points, which for Chip Zdarsky was definitely Gotham War. But hey, that was a co-written event, so I'll factor in half the bad of that.
Even his other thing, the Legend of Batman with the Red Hood and stuff in it, people didn't like that either.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we all have our low points, is what I'm saying. But anyway, him going back into Marvel, he has more success with those comics. Anyway, audience, and him being an architect, I think it's for the best.
I think that he's a more
me-
grounded writer, and Batman has been anything but grounded despite being a detective.
Wait, wasn't Chip Zdarsky the one that wrote that scene where he falls from space? I forgot.
I think so.
Oh wow! Batman survived falling from space, audience.
But I will give him the fact that he did try to make it make sense, despite it being very bad.
Yeah.
For the most part, you're like, oh yeah, he lived.
Gotcha.
He's the
But
Batman.
yeah, there you go. But anyway, as far as this news goes, I'm happy about it. And this kind of this another caveat to this news for me personally is that this just means that Chip Zdarsky is going to be one of the few Captain America writers that's likely going to end his run on his terms, because we haven't had that in a while. I think the last time I saw a Captain America writer finish the way they originally intended to was Ta-Nehisi Coates, and everybody else since then, was either canceled or just buying time. So yeah, good for Chip in this situation. I kind of want to relate this to like the Imperial news discussion we're going to be talking about later, but I'll save it for when we get to that topic.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people don't know. I won't say what the news is, but he's taking over from that writer at the main
Yes.
steer of Marvel. So
Yes.
that's his direct competition.
Yep. Before the past year or two, it was the era of Hickman between his Ultimates run and between Imperial. But now it looks like that's going to have to be swept aside for the era of Chip Zdarsky audience. So yeah. I'm happy about this news. Don't see what's wrong with it. Again, high risk, high reward audience.
I kind of wish he didn't tell anybody. Because now,
Nah.
anytime anything goes bad, it can be like, it's your fault. You thought of this thing, even if you didn't do it.
No, he'll just blame me on another writer who's like, okay, I just got outvoted by these other writers doing these other
People won't
books.
care, bro. People can see a bad film and immediately blame Kevin Feige and James Gunn. So they don't care.
Yeah.
You're in charge. You got to approve it. That means you liked it.
Oh boy. He's just one man with a beard, audience. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, audience, get ready to see more of Chip and get ready to see more of David Colton, because that's going to coincide with whatever Chip has planned in the future. So yeah. This was a really short topic. So
You talked about the Hollister, whatever his name, the Nihilist guy news, right? Monday.
Yeah, we talked about that last.
It could have been Monday, yeah.
But yeah,
the new one.
We were talking. Oh, the one where it stated that it was only Wonder Man that's going to have MCU synergy between those origin boxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't add that as a topic, but
let me just throw that in here because he's also doing that.
Okay.
So people don't remember, a while back we talked about Wonder Man and a new guy whose name I can't remember. It started with H. I couldn't pronounce it then. I can't pronounce it now.
Yeah, the new Annihilus, basically. So.
He's not the new Annihilus, funny enough. So they confirm that his origins, that he is from the new Ultimate Universe. Annihilus and Blastar are both dead. They died a long time ago. They are seen as gods and myths. This is the man who runs the Annihilus faction.
Okay.
Like all the people who pray and believe in Annihilus, this is the guy who runs them. And it seems like he is one of the main bad guys of Armageddon. Is out the gate. He's gonna be one. It seems like he's doing the invasion of the 616, and it's probably because his god Annihilus is alive there. But the thing he's wearing is the dead pieces of Annihilus, of his god.
Wow, hyping up someone to legendary status only to use their carcass as your wardrobe. Damn.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come over here, expect Annihilus to be like, "Yeah, that's my goat right there. That's my dude." Only to see Annihilus see him, I'm like, "Motherfucker, you kill me," and then murder him, and then try to murder him. I think that's gonna go.
I
You
want
don't
to see
remember
that.
Nihilus is very funny, but he's very petty. He's like super petty.
That's true. A super petty man, a super petty being with an endless amount of followers under him, audience. Think of it like that. So, yeah. And also another caveat to this news is like we also had word that yeah, apparently there are 6 origin boxes, right, audience, and we only got 2
There's apparently
reveals.
4. I only can see
No,
4.
6. No, wait. I thought it was 6 in total.
I thought it was 6 too, but when I went back to actually look at the photo of the origin box, I only see 4.
Okay, so then there's only going to be 2 more people left to be revealed? Huh.
Let me try to find the picture again. Every time I see the picture now, they keep showing the one with 4.
Gotcha. But anyway, point I'm trying to make, audience, is that it was stated that editorial only mandated one of those boxes to have an MCU synergy, which was Wonder Man. So the other the other 3 or 4 boxes, yeah, there's not going to be any the MCU corresponding with those. So hey,
Which
rest
is
easy
good
on that.
news. Yeah.
Yeah, rest easy on that, audience. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about this topic, unless you have any other thoughts on this, Austin.
Best hope the Chip. Hopefully, he can overwrite the Spider-Man editorial and make them do good writing.
Hopefully so. Yeah, I'm putting my chips on the board, audience, on this. Like all my chips are
You
on
can't.
this.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Jake make punts. Jake make the punts. You can't do that. Jake, get in here. You have to make the pun, or does it count?
Yeah.
The chips are down because the stakes have never been higher. You put me on the spot, bro. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like,
You should have been here, then. Okay.
Gotcha. But anyway, I guess with that we probably move on then, audience. So let's move on. Austin, this is you, dude.
Oh, okay. 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 So the new Sentry run. People don't remember. We're in the fall. I think it's 5 issues. Miniature with Sentry, reintroducing him to the world and everything. And I was able to ask a few questions to the writer, Paul Jenkins, on Twitter.
Ooh,
The
cool.
first one I asked, and the reason we're using this picture, is will the Sentry legacy stuff matter? And he said, not really. I'm doing a different type of story. I'm not really worried about that.
Okay.
So this leads to the thing that me and Crit have been saying for years, that legacy characters don't really mean anything. And Marvel had the habit of making them and then not doing anything with them.
They make them with the intent that, like, they believe that these will be going into the MCU, you know, giving their big screen moments. But they're realizing more and more
I doubt
that
they did that with the wheelchair lady. I doubt that.
No, I'm pretty sure they did that, Austin, because they did that with what's her name? That Spider Person in the wheelchair or in the crutches. I forgot her name. That Spider Person that Witch likes. The one who was in the wheelchair. I forgot. That one, yes. They made her in the comics. Then a year or 2 later, she popped up for a cameo in that Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, but that's a movie based. That makes more sense though. Oh, they're doing a Spider-Verse film. Then make a Spider-Verse person. They can be one random million people in that film. I'll be going to replace Sentry and be like, yeah, the MCU is totally going to do my character that's been alive for 2 minutes with no other backstory.
Remember, Austin, they did. I think it was Tom Brevoort did state that yes, a lot of the comics nowadays are being done with the idea that the MCU will pick up on either these characters or these stories.
Yeah, that's why he's writing X-Men. X-Men's bad right now.
There you go. But nah, yeah, I'm not. That wheelchair, like, I might as well bring her picture up. This person with the power of a million suns. Yeah, don't expect her to be getting the mantle of Sentry in the MCU anytime soon, audience. People really liked the portrayal of Sentry in Thunderbolts. He was well received. I think he was like the top 3 characters people liked in that movie. So
yeah, it's Yelena, him, and then I think it was Red Guardian. Oh, it was John Walker, Red Guardian. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, John Walker developed a cult following after that film. So impressive. Yeah. Sorry to everybody who was a big fan of this character. She's only had like 5 issues in her
Yeah,
whole
it's 5
entire.
issues where it's just like, oh well, I'm kind of nice. I'm in a wheelchair, and the power lets me walk. That was literally all it was. But so he wants to focus back in on the core Sentry. I believe he was the creator of Sentry, if I remember correctly.
Yes, co-creator. Yep.
Yeah.
Co-creator said.
So it's important to him to bring Sentry back to its roots because every other person runs Sentry differently. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Wow, audience! Like they're doing something drastically different when a staple character makes their MCU debut, and the comics are like, okay, let's not kill their character off this time.
He was already killed off. That's the problem.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm just saying
they killed him before they even thought about him being in MCU.
Okay, I'll give you that, man. But they had to do that a lot recently. I'm talking about like they did that with Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Kamala. They did that with Doctor Strange. And I'm sure there are others, but I'm just not remembering at the moment.
It happens all the time. Yeah. But so his idea, and the main thing he was talking about how like people don't remember the last Sentry miniseries. He finally merged with the Void. Not this one. It was the one before this. It was a solo before he died. He had a solo before he died where he merged with the Void and became like full power Master Sentry. He had the red outfit on with black hair.
Yeah, that's one I'm remembering. Yep.
Yeah, and then the next time he showed up was Donnie Cates didn't know about that book. He didn't read it. So Sentry showed up looking plain and regular and got killed by Noel.
Yep. And then his upper half got used as a battery pack by the Thunderbolts.
That was the best part of that event. Thunderbolts killing King Black is the best part of that event.
Dude, the mission was to retrieve one part of Sentry's body because they figured, okay, Sentry got ripped in half. All right, in that case, we have half the power of 100 exploding suns.
Apparently, his body was still storing power. He didn't get the least his power versus Noel.
Oh my!
And they tried to use it to bomb Noel and didn't work. But
wow, look at that, audience! A pair of legs have half the power of half the power of 100 exploding suns. Audience.
He wants to bring Sentry back to basics because people don't know Sentry was one of the first heroes where it's like, oh, actually, the hero was here the whole time. You all just kind of forgot. And then they started like repeating this thing. They did it with Voyager. And then they realized that Voyager wasn't really a hero at all. And they did with Blue Marvel, where he was supposed to be a hero, that then the whole world forgot about him. And then, I've been here the whole time.
They did it with Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah. So he wants to tell another emotional story with Sentry about because Sentry is an emotional character, really. We don't know about it.
Yeah.
Sentry's whole thing, and the reason I go to the other picture, the reason I brought this picture is because I think this picture showed what Sentry is. With every action becomes an equal and opposite reaction. And the tagline for this book was "Ever the Sentry, always the Sentry, ever the Void."
Oh yeah.
Because this whole book's premise, if people don't remember, if Sentry has to come back and save us, that also means the Void's going to try to come back and kill you.
Yeah. Well,
if the situation is that bad that we need Sentry to help us, the Void situation is going to be that much worse when he comes out.
Well, wasn't the whole partnership that like for every life Sentry saves, the Void will come and kill that amount of people or something like that?
That was what the people say. That was what I think Tony Hype thought about.
Oh, okay.
But it never actually stated. But that's kind of what the premise is. And I asked him about a certain amount of stuff. Like people don't know Sentry has a super dog. His name is Normie. And it seems like Normie's going to die. And it's another picture I had where he's like, if you love something, set it free. And he's holding his dog.
Oh,
yeah, I don't love him.
Yeah, I don't love him. Put him in a cage. But I don't know. Everything he's saying is setting this up to be a very emotional Sentry run. So I really don't want it to bomb. If you saw Thunderbolts, check out this book. I'm going to check it out. I already got a pre-order for it, and I don't really pre-order comics like that. I pre-ordered this.
Sentry
And
was
go ahead.
Sentry was never a character that could ever sustain an ongoing series, from what I recall. So if it's just going to be a miniseries,
It's a mini series, and if it does well, he'll get ongoing. That's a degree.
okay. So I
But
think that's a better
I do
route.
think
Yeah.
I think Sentry, especially since they're taking the new route of the mental illness and stuff, I do think you can still have a lot to explore with Sentry, especially with this modern time. And it's probably gonna be the only time we get to do it. So I do hope this runs the seeds. Or if it only gets 5 issues, it's a very good 5 issues.
Yeah, hopefully. Quality over quantity, audience, so.
But yeah, if you have any questions about the book, the writer is like very forthcoming, like with everything about this book on Twitter. I think I asked him like 5 questions. One about the Solaris thing, like I said. I want to know if the dog and everything was coming back. Now, people don't know the Void also has an animal, but it's a cat because it's the opposite of them.
Of course.
So he has an evil cat. So I want to know about the super pets because people don't know I really like the Pet Avengers. I don't talk about them a lot, but the Pet Avengers are pretty fun.
Oh, you like the fact that your boy Craven the Hunter punched Redwing in the face? Yeah,
I wish he would punch Crypto in the face.
You heard audience. The last time Pet Avengers was a thing, Craven punched Redwing in the face and knocked him out. Yeah, Falcon's bird. Wow.
I'm really interested to see what the threat is going to be. If Sentry has to return from the dead again to save the world, and because it's not an event, it's not going to fit any book. So I'm really fine with that. To be honest, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
I do want to know what the threat is. Because they're not going to bullshit Sentry this time. You know what I mean? But usually, you know anything about Sentry, he's supposed to be really strong. And there's some reason in some books he's just really weak. At one point, he's manipulating molecules better than Molecule Man. And that's when he can't punch his face like a regular person. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I just chalk that up to the mental instability of the guy,
Yeah. So whatever this book does, it's going to be Sentry going forward. It's going to be like the Scarlet Witch thing where only one writer is doing the character. Ever. So I'm just very excited. I want to talk about it, especially the Marvel not bringing back any legacy characters ever. We're still looking at you, the Natural. I still remember. I was there.
Hey, the Natural was his own mantle, man. He didn't.
I know. I mean, he was a big fan of Captain America.
Yeah, he was such a big fan of Captain America that he knew it wouldn't be appropriate if he self-identified himself as Captain America.
Look at that respect, bro. More characters could use that.
Exactly. So even though both his parents were even bigger Captain America fanatics than him, audience.
My biggest thing with the legs thing I brought up, because if they did what I said and they let that villain dude win, you could have had an easy way to bring Sentry back and justify him getting his power back since he was fighting the evil guy. And the Void coming back to fight the evil guy would have been fun too.
Oh yeah.
But it is what it is. We can move on. Read this book, Paul Jenkins Sentry #1. Comes out in April. Pre-order.
I'm gonna check it out. Oh geez, audience, man. I'm gonna be going back to the States within another week, audience, and dang, that's gonna be a good way to find out how much do I actually spend on comics in a month. Now that I think about it, because all my comics are still piling up. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
He got $600 check, please.
Yep. Anyway, audience, with that, let's move on. So, Jake, this is you, dude.
Yeah, let him talk about his furries.
All right.
Go.
So we are back with the IDW universe. We actually skipped an arc. And there's a reason why we're gonna get into it. I've been
wait, Credit, look, my goat's on the cover. That's how you do it.
Oh, I'm funny you say that. I'm funny you say that because your goat got a redesign this issue. Okay.
I'm about to turn this shit off.
So this is a big deal. All right, this is the big fucking deal. Okay, way back when there was a game that came out called Sonic Frontiers, and they introduced a new character named Sage. Okay, the daughter of Eggman, not biological.
He's lying.
Okay?
He's lying.
Yeah,
She's AI. She was.
I was getting that. We didn't let me finish. Let me finish. Not
Don't
biological.
Call her no kid.
Eggman made an AI program that developed
By accident.
That fell by accident, and then Eggman was trapped in another dimension with this thing, and they developed like a father-daughter relationship with
It
each
was
other.
so fake.
It was so terrible.
fake.
It was terribly written, but that's the takeaway, okay? And she was initially cold-hearted and didn't understand life and all that stuff, but through her interactions with Sonic, she learned, like, I guess, to be open to shit. It's very vague. I
She
don't
was
really
supposed to
quite.
be. It's supposed to be
Right.
like, oh, well, maybe calculations and logic isn't
Right.
always right.
But even though that's
But I'm
what saved
still
the day
going
in the
to.
end
But I'm
anyway.
still going to kill you.
Right. But also, even though like the thing that saved the day was her calculations and logic, but whatever, sure. And so anyway, so Sage was in the games, right? At the same time, there was an arc in the comics about Eggman's daughter. What? Apparently, there was a miscommunication between writer Evan Stanley and Ian Flynn, and at the same
And the
time,
worst part is they both know each other and talk
Right.
all the time. So the idea that neither one of them said, I'm making Eggman's daughter, doesn't make sense to me.
Right. So they both made characters and their storylines were that we're Eggman's daughter, but they did it the opposite way. See, Eggman lost his memory, made this girl, the orange girl in the back, made like a fucking Pinocchio doll that was sentient, all right?
Yeah.
And when he became evil again, she was like, "Oh, where's my dad at?" Right? And then like Sonic put a hand on her shoulder and was like, "I hate to tell you this, bro, but
I was at that meme, bro.
but so she was like, "There's no way." So she went to go talk to Eggman. Eggman was like, "Oh, you are my daughter. Technically, I did make you, but here's the thing: I don't give a fuck about you. Damn, bro, get the fuck away from me, okay?" So you know this. So they had two opposite stories going on, and right. And so Ian Flynn came out on the podcast on his podcast. He was like, "Yeah, so I didn't really know this was happening. I was writing Sonic Frontiers at the time, and I had no idea that Evan was gonna make Bell. So that was kind of a coincidence. And so now we're up to the present. Now that the comics have passed Frontiers, even though they bullshitted the canon to make it fit, they forced it into canon. It shouldn't have fit where it is right now. But it is. We're past Frontiers in the comics. So now Ian and Evan can do what they always wanted to do: have these two characters meet. Because obviously, why wouldn't you? That's just a waste of opportunity. So this is issue 84 of IDW. The meeting. This is world's finest for IDW. Bell and Sage will meet. And what will happen? Okay, that's basically the point. The premise of this arc is going to be Metal
Jake.
Sonic has gone missing.
I think
And
you something.
I thought you were
What's
gonna
up?
say that he got
sent you
woke,
something.
and I was like, that's
Oh,
gonna be
what?
funny.
Where does it?
It's going to Confinac right now, please.
Okay.
You can use that photo if you want to.
Go on Discord.
I'm not gonna be able to get it fast enough, but I see it.
Damn. Okay.
I'll bring it up. Just come on.
So the purpose is Metal Sonic has gone missing, and Eggman's like, because in Ian Flynn's mind, Metal Sonic is like Eggman's son, even though I don't think he personally was.
He doesn't write him like that, bro.
What he sort of does sometimes. Like
He
sort of
write him as if I like him, but you know,
Right.
if he's
Right.
not here, I'm not gonna talk about him.
He's not my daughter. That's
Yeah.
that's a father though. You know, right? You treat your daughters with more respect, with more love
Yeah,
than
bro.
your
He
son.
don't even go
Tough
play
love.
chess with Metal Sonic.
He's trying to show Metal Sonic that when he gets older and he goes on the streets, he's got to pay tax. He's got to be the man of the house. All right, he's traditionalist.
When you beat Sonic, you'll get a hug.
Right. Sage
Which was saying something earlier?
What's up?
What?
What's up?
No, he reminds me of Logan.
Yeah. People don't know Logan Tree's daughter is way better than any kid.
Oh, yeah.
Son kid he had. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I'm assuming that's how Ian Flynn like he spoils his daughter. He
I think
treats his yeah. That's how that's how he approached
What is
Bell.
up- What is up with his chin?
It's a
Okay, so it's an anime scene of a guy putting a guy's hand on the shoulder, like, bruh, I'm sorry.
The fucking meme. The fucking memes.
So this is Eggman telling his daughter, look, I'm sorry, you're not my kid.
yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why Silver is here.
I'm not paying the child support. Okay.
Yeah.
So Metal Sonic. The basic purpose is Metal Sonic has gone missing. All right, and Eggman's like, listen, I just want to know who took him. All right, there's one who took my baby boy, and then he
I don't
hacks
care that he's
in.
gone. I'm more
Right.
worried that someone stole him. I want no money for stealing my thing.
Right. So Belle is doing her thing. So Belle has got to be like a whatever character after that arc, which is a bunch of.
She was supposed to be working with Metal Sonic, if I remember correctly.
Well,
They bring it up.
So Belle is like so her thing right now is she's going around the world fixing shit for people because that's her thing. Because we couldn't figure out what
Yeah.
to do with the character. She doesn't do
She
anything
was
really.
supposed she was supposed to be fixing the broken toys of Eggman and
Right.
go to Crafted Island. They just didn't
Right.
do it.
So she's not doing that, but she is fixing shit. And then she gets hacked in by Eggman. She's like, oh shit, what the fuck, Eggman? And then she's like, I have a protocol for this. My pet moto bug, free me, gets freed, right? She's like, Eggman's like, what the fuck? How'd you do that? He's like, yeah, well, like last time you messed with me, Tails saw you had a program, but he couldn't really do anything about it because it would fuck me up. So I had a backup plan. And so my moto bug will hack me every time you try to hack and possess me, and he's gonna keep doing that till you get tired. And I'm like, why would you tell him that though? Because now he knows just destroy the moto bug. What the fuck?
It
It's just a
also
moto bug.
applies that Tails is casually smart to Eggman. I'm just saying.
Right. So I mean, Eggman has always been afraid of Tails. He says that in Frontier. It's like, bro,
I'm very scared of this small child.
Eggman said in the audio file, he's like, listen, I fear the day Tails reaches his full potential because then I am fucked.
Like, it's not a joke. They really talk about Tails like he's Gohan, but they don't treat him like he's Gohan.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he's like, listen, I need to find my Metal Sonic. Someone stole him, and the reason I'm asking you to do it is because you made a special interface with him back in the Imperial City arc.
That is a lie.
Well, that's what he said.
The reason he's asking her to do it because he can hack her to make her do it himself.
Right, but he needs her body because she has the link in her programming. That's what he needs her for.
Eggman uses little girl's body, so
right.
put it down the count.
Oh God!
And so she's like, fine, but guess what? I'm bringing Sonic with me. He's like, fuck, damn it,
I'm doing this for me.
Right? He's like, damn it. You know what? I guess whatever. Sonic was gonna find some way to get into the plot somehow. I don't know how. Fine, we'll just cut corners, bring him here. All right, sure. I'm also bringing somebody with you. And she's like, all right, Sonic in Alaska, in the Arctic continent, they name it Alaska. So Unleash's map is canon. I just want people to be aware of that. Whatever.
They name it what?
There's a place in Unleash called Alaska. It's the Arctic continent in Sonic's world. It's a part of Sonic Unleashed. So yeah, it's canon. Just bring that out there. So
That ass.
well, it was a fun level. Anyway, so they're in Alaska. Sage is like, yo, Sonic, thank you for helping me find your rival and all that shit. And he's like, yeah, man, you know what? It's better I find Metal Sonic and give him to Eggman than to some dude I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Eggman's gonna fuck it up. I don't know who this new guy is, so And so Sage drops down for this guy. She's like, Sonic, what's up? And Sonic's like, oh, Sage, I haven't seen you in a minute. Yo, dap me up, man. And and then Belle's like, who the fuck is this?
Tell them the problem with that. Tell them the problem with that.
The problem with what? Oh, I'm over exaggerating. I mean, Sage is more like, "Hey, Sonic, what's up?" It's not really.
No. I meant tell them the problem with Sage being here, and the whole point of the time skip in the Frontier.
Oh, because well, there's two different endings to Frontiers. In the ending, she's alive, but Eggman put her in stasis to repair her. That's the excuse of why she hasn't shown up because I have to retcon why she hasn't been in the
I meant the fact there's supposed to be a time skip where no one saw each other for a long time.
Right, but they said that. But yeah. So I wasn't gonna get into that because it was like a whole thing. But yeah. But basically, just no continuity shenanigans happened to make this thing work, and it wasn't the writer's fault. The editors forced it on them, so I won't.
It's my fault.
Right. So but anyway. So Sage is like, so Belle's like, who's this? And Sonic's like, oh, that's Sage. We go way back. She tried to kill me, and now she's my friend. Sage's like, yeah, I'm Eggman's daughter. And she goes like, fucking what? What the fuck you just said? so that's basically the dynamic here. So Sage and Belle are gonna be arguing for the whole time because Belle is jealous that Eggman could never accept her as his legitimate kid, but Sage gets accepted as a child. That's bullshit to her. And so that's the basis.
But that's the problem is I'm evil. Even when I say, "Oh, you're my daughter," who cares?
Right.
You're not gonna want to stay.
Right.
Hey, I'm pretty sure DNA tests are a thing in this world. So
we can see his fingerprints,
humans, bro. They're both not human.
Well, we can see his fingerprints on the model, on like the CPU chip. We can scan that.
Well, to be fair, if they do scan the chip to see who made her, it won't say Eggman. To be fair,
I want like Maury to be like, Eggman, you are the creator. Damn it! That's shit. He just starts to jump out.
Oh my god, Sonic World, fucking Maury would eat hard. I'm not, like fictional character Maury. Let's fucking do that. Let's do it.
I will say I do like the way Sage is drawn. Typically, they've characterized Sage as she looks like a ghost to people, so you don't really get that effect in the 3D model space. But in 2D, at least the way they render it, she does kind of come across as ghostly in this. It's actually pretty fun watching her like move across the pages.
Yeah, I like
so.
her design.
Yeah, design's really good. This is after
Uh,
Sonic purified her soul, by the way. So yeah, but
I actually have issues with that because there are parts in here where you will see parts are red on her, despite her supposed to be purified.
well, even in the game, even when she's blue, she glitches to red sometimes.
She
I don't
ain't
know what that's.
purified. That's a lie to you.
She's
That's a
well, she's
lie.
still that little red is her Eggman in her. That's the strong Eggman part that keeps her, you know. Anyway, so Sage. By the way, there's a couple things you know about Sage. She first off, she thinks she knows everything because she's a very accurate. She can predict. Actually, this is also going to create a problem.
She's
too.
wrong. She's an idiot.
This is also going to create a problem too. I guess Frontiers explained that Sonic defies the laws of probability, but she can accurately predict the future.
Millions
Millions
of outcomes.
What took Doctor Strange like 50, like 2 minutes to do, she did that in like a second. So, you know, like really Sonic shouldn't be winning a lot of these fights no more. That's what I'm saying. But whatever. But I want to guess, but Sage is a precog damn near. And also the other thing about Sage is that she is heavily loyal to her father. Her father's will be done. There will be no questioning of his orders. Everything she does, even if she goes against his orders, it's because she's trying to protect him. All right, that's the only thing I gotta know. And so every time they do something, they're like, you know, it's kind of cold outside. We should go inside and, you know, like protect ourselves. And then like Sage's like, that has nothing to do with Eggman's mission at all. Eggman wants to get Metal Sonic. We're gonna do it. And Sonic's like, we're not doing that. We're going into the fucking thing. Anyway, so there a lot of talking and yapping later. Eventually, we meet Metal Sonic, who shows up in his new design. Bear witness.
2.0.
That's not a new. That's not a 2.0. He looks fucking broken.
He got some black arm shit on his face.
That's not a black arm.
I know it's not black arms, but it looks like with the full star.
It looked like someone found him messed up and just put a fake half mask on.
Right, and so that's him now. There's a costume. There's gonna be a skin in Sonic vs. Speed Battle. Don't worry about it.
It better not fucking be.
And so
I stop playing for this.
Right, so they can't fight Metal Sonic because I don't know, maybe he's too strong. Something. It's cold. Sonic doesn't want to fight.
No. Sonic says verbatim, "I can't protect Bale and fight him at the same time." So I want to take Bale somewhere safe first, and I can focus on
because Bell is fucking useless. Bell is useless. All right, that's all you got to know. All right, and so Kasich can just fly out of here. She has no problems here. Anyway, so they escape into this whole place. I will say the art is kind of weird to me. At times, I really like it. I mean, I like the coloring. I think I like the coloring. I don't know if I like
the color is good. The paneling is not that great.
Yeah, that's kind of my issue with this. Yeah. Other than that, I think my other thing too is gonna be Belle, and this is more like an Evan Stanley problem. Evan Stanley writes like she's on the Steven Universe cast sometimes, and I get annoyed with it. I can't go one.
I hate Steven Universe is a problem.
Well, I like Steven Universe. I just don't like Sonic being in Steven Universe. That's all. There's a difference. All right. Every time I know it's an Evan Stanley book when somebody is fucking crying. That's kind of wow. Yeah.
She can't help it, Cryptic. It's every time.
Even
the character has no reason to be crying.
Right. And if no one if no one can cry, Whisper will cry for them. That two things that happen. I think the only reason
Metal Sonic is gonna cry if he get beat. I'm telling you, he's gonna shed a tear somehow. And they'll be like, "Oh, he does have a soul." What? It's coming.
Well, Belle already did her crying. Because Sonic keeps like playing middle fence with Belle and Sage. Because he's like, listen, like Sage, like I don't hate you, but like you're my enemy. But I don't really hate you. Like it's kind of like whatever with me. Like I know you're cool. And she's like, Sonic, I'm not your friend. Fuck off. And then like Belle's like, no, you fuck off. Sage. Sonic's like, whoa, Belle. Like those are
like, oh, you want to defend her? Are you gonna replace me with the new model too?
Right.
Like, bro, like, what?
Right. So she has like a whole mental.
You're not evil, bro. Leave me alone.
Right. And I get she feels that way because it's like, oh, my dad replaced me. Shit, my dad replaced me, and Sonic's gonna
the whole point of her art was accepting that Eggman is not her father. This dude evilly tried to end the world most times. She accepted that. You can't get mad that there's an evil daughter that he's like, oh, she's evil. She wants to kill people like me.
But now Sonic likes her. That's my problem. It's that you like her, Sonic. Fuck you, and that's why I'm mad. Okay? That's what
He's not joking. And while I'm reading, it feels like that.
Right. So Sonic's like, listen, Bell, I'm here to tell you right now, you're my friend. I can have more than one friend. I have like 50 friends. A lot of people who try to kill me are my friends. I don't care. And so she's cool with that. The issue basically ends with them deciding we're gonna stick together, hunt down Metal Sonic. We found a new clue. Oh, and the villain of the book who hasn't been revealed yet. We've been hyping this villain up for 3 arcs, I think. I mean, three mini
I,
arcs.
I I like how Sonic says, "You're my friend, Bale. No one can replace you. You have a lot of friends, Sonic.
Right.
I think I can easily replace her with somebody."
Right. In fact, Sonic doesn't talk to most of
Yeah.
his friends. For most of his best friends, he doesn't talk to most of the time. So like, you kind of have no hope here. I'm saying. But yeah, that's basically the story. I think Ian and Evan struggle with exposition. There are times when characters are saying things that like they don't need to repeat, or like the wrong character is saying it. Like Eggman's like, Belle, how did you rebel? Back in the egg, he literally just verbatim tells her something she would already know. And I feel like you could rewrite that so that Belle could basically just say, "Hey, I remember this thing happened. We saw this and this happened." Like I don't know why Eggman has to do all the exposition there. The whole
Man, this
lore
is
dump,
Starline.
right? The lore dump on Sage, Sonic could have done most of it because Eggman does it in front of like Sage herself. He's like, "Oh, Sage, my daughter, I made back in Sonic Frontiers to be the perfect thing." I was like, she already knows that, bro. Like, I promise you don't have to explain this shit to her. And so like this could have just been something Sonic was explaining to Belle. I don't know why Eggman has to say it. I think they both struggle with exposition. I think my other problem too with this overall arc of this new villain is that I don't think Sonic does mystery villains that well.
It's
I think
not a mystery. It's so clearly Starline.
right, but they're hyping it up as a mystery. I think, I think my problem with mystery villains in Sonic, unless it was like the Chaotix where the story is geared around it, is that Sonic does a lot better with villains that he has multiple interactions with before the final showdown. That's most Sonic villains. Like Eraser Jin, even King Arthur, who he talks to twice. Eggman, of course, he's met Chaos throughout the game. Shadow has 3 different interactions. Like it helps Sonic build a rapport. So when you get to the final confrontation, Sonic has a personal stake in fighting this person. This whole like, oh, who's the new villain gonna be? By the time he gets to the villain, it's probably gonna be a rushed mess, and he's not gonna feel as impactful.
It's also the problem, if you don't know, Sonic IDW did not want to make new villains.
No.
So if it's not Eggman, it's either Clutch or Starline.
Right. Can't be Clutch. Can't be Clutch. We already have him
can't
accounted
be
for.
Clutch. He's also not a genius.
Right.
It can only be Starline.
And he's been accounted for. He's working with the bad guy. So.
Yeah. If they were making a new smart villain, I'm telling you now, they would promote it.
Right. But the reason I'm covering this one specifically is because I had this problem. I have this problem with IDW where I feel like the arcs are getting more bland every time. Right. I actually do like the episodic thing they're going for, but the episodic stuff doesn't have really interesting things going on. Like the last arc was about like some kid who was going through, I think it was DID, but like they don't really focus on it. Oh, I'm sorry. They don't really focus on them doing that. Going through that. It's like a one thing, and then the rest of the arc happens. And then I barely remember much about the kid after that. And then there was, I don't know, like, it just feels like all these arcs are kind of going through the motion. Oh, Sonic shows up at a place, something happens, villains in the background, like, ooh, I'll get him next time. And this has kind of been going on since Imperial City.
That's kind of the problem with doing like a monster, the thing of the week situation, but you don't have like 2 monsters.
Right.
So it's always gonna be, oh, well, this guy caused this plot, or that guy caused that plot.
Right. And I mean, not Tangle. Surge, no. Who's the fucking shit? Who's the fucking losers? The Rough and Tumble. Yeah. They're supposed. Yeah, I forgot.
Damn, Jake, how dare you not remember the name of losers, man?
Well, they're supposed to be one of the like the new. When they were introduced, I kind of like the idea of them because they're supposed to be like
they're supposed to be the new henchmen,
right?
But they don't really get treated like that.
Right. They don't do anything interesting. They don't get paired up with an interesting villain that really utilizes them to their full potential. They're not even Sonic level half the time. I guess Sonic just needs one person.
They got low diff by him and Knuckles. Like really fast.
I'm also having kind of a problem, and not this arc specifically. I'm just naming this out. I'm having a problem that Sonic can't take care of some of the shit on his own. I know Ian wants to avoid Sonic just being the only person who can do whatever he wants. Like they all want to do that because they want to make all the friends equal, but that is not how it works in the games. A lot of the times, unless it's like a big deal, Sonic can handle most problems on his own when it comes to Eggman. You know, I just don't. I don't like the idea that every time Sonic is in trouble. It's absolutely he can't like the fact that he needs a team to fight Clutch is crazy to me. The fact that Clutch needed Sonic, Eggman, and Surge to fight him is insane. That is crazy. You know what I mean?
Cryptid. Clutch is Kingpin if he was skinny with no friends, like no actual members.
And no
of the team.
powers. And not even the muscle. Not even the muscle.
Yeah, not even muscle.
Right.
Just the pimp coat.
Right. And it also and I think that also bugs me too, because Sonic's gonna be the one who's like, oh yeah, if Eggman sits on the line, I'll take care of it. I'm like, but since this comic started, you've never taken care of anything by yourself. Every Eggman problem has been like a oh, I need my whole friend group to help me. Like come on, bro. Like
It's funny because it's the opposite problem in the games, where like these people should be involved in help, but they all just stand there and watch Sonic just trying to fight.
Right. I think like, and it's not saying that the friends can't help. It's just more like I just need it to be conveyed that Sonic is supposed to be Sonic and Shadow are above them, right? Like if they need help, if Sonic needs help, it's a big deal. It's not about it's not about that. I think Sonic X does this too because every episode Sonic's friends help him, but Sonic is usually fine on his own until like it's like
that Sonic is competent. This
right,
Sonic
he's
is
very
not really
competent.
competent.
Yeah. So I, there's a lot of problems I'm having. Eventually, I'm going to review the whole Sonic series and get a fresh perspective on Sonic from the beginning to now. See how I feel about the whole writings that's been going on lately. But I bring this issue up to say the IDW magic's wearing off, and they need to.
It really does
change
feel like
something.
the mini series or the specials are better characterization for Sonic than the mini series.
That was the other. I was watching that review I was talking about, and I realized when he brought up that a lot of the character development or the main plots don't happen in the main book. They happen in the side books. It's like if you were reading a Spider-Man run, it's like you were reading Superior Spider-Man, but all the pivotal things happen in a side book. They're just like, what the fuck? Like, so if you never read, and we read them because like Sonic fans are geared towards consuming every content. Because it's not that much. And but if you're just like someone who's not in the culture that much, and you're just reading the comic from the main book onward, you're like, wait, what the fuck? Like Tangle and Whisper's whole relationship happens off book. Like it's not the main book. So if you don't read it and you come back to the story, and Tango gets temporarily killed in the Zombat arc, Whisper has this huge freak out, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you freaking out so hard? You know what I mean? Like that's God.
Tangle and Whisper are very much relationship bait stuff. Because they can't really be in a relationship, but the writer likes to act and write sometimes like they are, because he know that fans eat that stuff up.
Right.
But the problem with doing that is that they can't exist without each other now. Their personalities kind of absorb into each other, unless mimics on screen.
Whisper cannot have a functioning life if Tangle isn't there. I have clocked it recently. It happens even in the Chaotix files. Every time a book happens and Whisper's in it, she'll have a moment where she freaks out, and Tangle will be like, it's okay, battle-hardened warrior from the war who was a legend on the battlefield. Let me console you like a 16-year-old girl. Like, what the... You know what I mean? Like,
and people, that's what people know. They're not treating like PTSD either. It's just random. It's not like it was fine when it was Mimic triggering, because Mimic is the one who caused all her bad stuff. But then they just come like random moments. And it's not like anything reminding her of the situation with Mimic at all. It's just like, oh, we need a reason for Tangle and Whisper to look cute.
Cryptid, you know who Cream is, right? You know that. You have a visual image of Cream, right?
Not too vividly.
The 6-year-old rabbit girl. The 6-year-old rabbit girl.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. There's a I was mentioning in the Zombat arc when like Tangle gets quote unquote zombified and Whisper has a freak out, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, Cream has lost her mother, right? Her mother has turned into a zombie, and her pet friend has turned into a zombie. Between the between the two of them, Whisper's story is that she's a battle-hardened soldier from the Eggman War. Okay, she is the legend on the battlefield. Between the two of them,
she's so legendary that Silver knows about her from the future,
right?
Like 100 years later.
Right. So that in mind, there you would think that like this girl's like upset about her mom dying. Whisper's gonna be like, it's okay. Listen, I lost people too. No, what happens is there's a panel where Whisper's in Cream's lap, And Wisp and
Crying.
Cream's like crying, and Cream's like, I
Like,
got
it's gonna be
you.
okay. Sonic's gonna save the day.
Right. Like, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
that is a 6-year-old. That is a 6-year, a literal
Kristen,
6-year-old.
she knew Tangle for 5 issues before this.
Right. This is
Whoa.
this is like if John Walker lost Battlestar and Kamala Khan had to give him a pound of head. Like, it's gonna be okay. I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how it comes across.
Dude, that's how it comes. It's really bad.
Right.
Cream is is like the third person who had to clutch up through that whole arc.
Right.
And she's the 6-year-old.
Mhm.
Right.
The 6-year-old did better than most of the adults in this book.
Right.
That's sad. I don't know if that's sad or not.
It's very. I mean, it's in Cream's character to be uplifting, but it's like it's a bad image for Whisper. It's a bad look for her. Like, that could have been like anybody else. That probably would have been fine. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just saying. I'm doing this all to say the magic of IDW is wearing off. I will finish this arc because it's important. But like after that, I'm probably like unless if it's like
if Starline really is returning, this is a big important arc. But I'm probably just gonna be like, to be fair, I fell out of it a while ago.
Right.
But it will be kind of a touch and go series. I don't see any reason to pick it up monthly after this.
Yeah, I'll keep up with like the basis of what's going on, but unless if it's like interesting, I'm probably just gonna be like, I don't care. So yeah. Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is. But anyway, you got any thoughts on this, Jake, before we move on?
Bell should be turned into firewood.
Yeah, I can't. Any of the Evan Stanley's like OC characters.
Evan Stanley's Bale is not a great character.
It's not.
She
not
really
great.
is annoying when she's on screen.
It's so irritating. It's like
Cryptid. She's a crybaby. Her only ability is that she can help build stuff. The problem is we already have Tails and like 4 of the characters who can build stuff.
her arc is the equivalent of like somebody being like, but I know there's good in Mephisto. I know he's a good person on the inside. I just gotta redeem him. And you're like,
Avengers Academy did it with Blackheart, so I guess
that's
not
not
the window.
So, what the fuck do I
No,
know?
he's just gay.
Right. That was his problem.
He ate babies in the night.
Yeah, but he's gay and ate babies, so there you go.
He's always been gay. He wanted Justin to literally like both Aaron and Blackheart were like, yeah, I want to fuck this guy. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate honesty.
But yeah, shout out to the story. Never.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Any further thoughts?
No, let's move on.
Yeah.
We can't make it out of firewood. We need to go to the next topic.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, which do you want to do the honors of this one?
Let me see what my option. For getting a new book. I still haven't seen this movie, by the way. Don't hate me. I just haven't gotten.
I have to hate you. I have to hate you.
Which was like.
Listen, last year was rough, and then I just never got around to it. Okay.
I like the way that Witch was like. I like the idea that Witch was like, "Let me see my options."
Oh.
Do you have Disney Plus?
I haven't seen the movie for. Oh shit, they're gonna murder me.
Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Watch the movie.
I'll get around to it. I'm in my.
I expect your review within the next 2 weeks.
I'm in my Star Trek era right now. Leave me alone. I also have to redesign some of these characters because people are like, let's make everything complicated.
Okay.
Shalla-Bal from the Fantasy Four first episode is getting a comic, and once again, you do it way too late for the fucking matter.
I guess
y'all do this every time. We did it for the White Tiger. You did it for Echo. Yeah. And you always wait till months after the show comes out where no one cares.
Mm-hmm. But
if you like this character for the movie, you're not getting the comic at this point to read it.
Dude, I wonder if like they realize. Look, we don't know what the numbers are behind the scenes of how well these comics actually sell, right? I would like to know, like, do these comics actually sell when the iron is already hot? Like by that I mean like, okay, Wonder Man's coming out, right? So we gotta make his MCU version in the comics because that's going to generate a lot of sales. Oh, wait, it actually didn't generate a lot of sales? Huh,
it never does.
Yeah.
By the time they make decisions to put the person in the comic books, the show's already over. Mm-hmm. The interest has moved on. Well, by the time Wonder Man MCU comes to the comic, it's going to be into June, July. That's when that event happens.
Oh, okay.
So that's the
yeah,
earliest he's going to be in July.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wonder Man was not that good for you to hold on to the hype for that long to buy this book.
That is true. But in this situation, like, this is going to be a one-shot story by the version of Shalla-Bal we saw in the movie. So, yeah, I mean, obviously that's not going to be the last time we see her in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie. We're going to see her and Galactus likely in the next Avengers film. So, getting that.
Since you put it like that, I am more okay with it. And like it's the same reason another book we'll talk about later, Long
Yeah,
Way Home or Long whatever what the fuck it was called.
yeah.
Because they're not fully in continuity, I'm more okay with them doing that choice.
Hmm.
The problem is like if you're doing it for a movie synergy or TV show synergy, you need to do it around the time with a movie or TV show
Hmm.
because that's the only time it's going to work. I'm not going to be interested to see this plot after the movie's over.
I wondered if that also has something to do with the fact that, like, because remember, you're talking about two different sets of writers: the writers of the movies and the writers of the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't
Never
think
mind,
there's
the
a lot
book's
of
gonna flop. It's Dan
collaboration.
Slott. Never mind. I'm out.
Wait, what? Wait,
It,
wait. Where did you see Dan Slott?
the official Marvel Comics announces new Shalla-Bal Silver Surfer one shot from Dan Slott and Mark Buckingham.
Wow.
Dan
Okay.
Slott, his Silver Surfer was decent, but his Silver Surfer
He,
also has his own self-insert where he's the father of the the girl that Silver Surfer is dating. So
okay.
I'm out of it.
It's not exactly in your face. All right. Like, some self inserts can work audience. Okay,
No,
but
Dan Slott is in your face. It looks like Dan Slott.
it's just
Okay,
like a fun little
okay.
Easter
Listen to
egg.
Cryptid, guys. If I ever get to be a writer for Marvel Comics and an artist, I'm putting my self insert in there, guys.
Self,
Just-
well,
just-
no, okay, well, real shit.
No.
Self insults.
Yeah,
The
y'all
problem.
pissing
Don't
me off.
worry.
No, hold on.
Cool.
Just so we're clear, there's nothing wrong with most writers put themselves into the characters to some capacity. It's about making the character sound different from you at the end of the day, though. I can't
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's about making it not obvious that it's you, but you are supposed to put
Like-
yourself into the story to some capacity. But,
Look, the main star should be the main character themselves. If you're going to actually put yourself in the book, make it like just only no more than one panel or something like that. This kind of reminds me of like Jerry Duggan, like the greatest writer of Deadpool of all time, right? Towards the end of his run, he literally put himself in the final issue of his run, right? And he wrote himself getting killed by Deadpool by the time he reached the second page.
you mean like a little? I thought you meant like a like I thought you meant like a character who like reflects like you in some way. That's what I thought you meant. But yeah, I mean you could do that too.
It could be that too. Well, okay, look, the only other example of a bad example I could say about self-insert was Alyssa Wong when she was writing Captain Marvel, right? I really did not like the fact that you shelved Captain Marvel in her own book just to put somebody who has a lot of your similar checkboxes into the book as the main character. That's no. I mean, and after her Captain Marvel run was over, we never saw that character ever again.
Right.
I don't even bother remembering her name because her name. I mean, there's visually nothing standouting of that character.
Right.
So yeah, that's a bad example. Now the one
Guys,
awesome.
I'm putting my self insert into the Marvel Comics. Watch out, Kevin.
If I were to write myself as a self-insert, right, I want to see myself get killed by Deadpool audience. Just have it be that.
Oh, I've
Or you know
been
what?
working on my Marvel Sona, so I've been working on that actually.
Or you know what, audience? I would like to see myself get killed by Captain America while he says "Hail Hydra." Like,
There.
no!
And he betrays you specifically.
I worshipped you, dude, and then I fall off the plane.
No, I'd have it be like everybody suspected, and you defended him successfully, and now nobody thinks he's Hydra, and then he says "Hail Hydra" and kills you. And you're like,
Oh, damn! That was amazing. Awesome.
All right,
How would
Jake,
you say?
go on to Comic Fanatic right now and look at that picture. That's Dan Slott himself in the book. I'm not talking about putting traits on a character. I'm talking about writing yourself into the book as a character.
yeah, bro, what happened? I guess?
Oh,
Okay. So he's the
Dan
father
Slott
of a
wrote
character.
himself into the father of the
Wait,
girl
wait,
that the dude was dating.
Yeah, that's too
Well,
much. But
no.
Stanley does it too, but not that. Not that. He doesn't do that.
No. Time out. Dan Slott wrote himself as the father of a character he created. So he just took that as a literal sense. Come on.
Right, but now
Come
well, I guess
That
I
doesn't
could say
change what I said. The problem is he wrote himself into the book.
no.
So not only the book has all his isms in it, he's actually in the book projecting like, yeah, this is good because I wrote it. I'm the guy in the book.
There was more to his Silver Surfer run than just him being the father of the girl here. It had a Doctor Who sort of route to it, audience. If you like Doctor Who,
No,
go
listen.
read Dan Slott's
The book
Silver
itself, when it is Silver Surfer and her, is good. But if you don't like Dan Slott and he's writing stuff into the book, it takes you out the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Just put your thumb over
So
his
the
name.
idea that he's going to write the movie version of this character, despite having nothing to do with the movie, does not fill me any hope for this character. Because I know how he likes to write Silver Surfer, and that's not what this character in the movie is, or how
go
he
to the
should be.
Stan Lee school of self-inserts, where he is a background character. He has like a tangential relationship with the character.
The last time we had a writer who does stuff like this was Tom King, and when he did it to Batman and Catwoman, people were mad.
Well, no. To be fair, like people noticed that he was doing that to every character every main character he was writing. He did it to Batman. He did it to Vision. He did it to Wally West. Yeah, everybody started noticing that.
Doing traits sometimes is fine, but if I have to go to this book, and the book in the movie has already had a character place, her character's already set, and Dan Slott like to change characters to how he sees fit, and she's not how we just saw her. It's going to take me out of the book. And because how he likes Silver Surfer, same way how deeply he holds She-Hulk, I know how he's going to write this character. Is what I'm saying.
Well, how much more damage can you do to a character for just if it's just a one-shot book, So
if it's usually enough, and if this means he's going to work on the next film, I'm not watching. I'm saying that right now.
Dan Slott is executive consultant for a Fantastic Four project audience. Wow. He knows people, man. He knows people if that happens. So, yeah. But all right then. So, you guys have any final thoughts on this? Anybody here gonna pick it up?
I still haven't seen the movie.
Oh God. But anyway,
are you gonna pick it up? You like the big Dan Slott fan? You buying it?
Hey, I have seen some good stuff from Dan Slott. I know there's some controversial stuff he's done, but I'm lucky enough to be on the receiving end of the good stuff he's written. So yeah. All right. Okay. But anyway, audience, let's move on to the next topic. Austin, you want to do this one too?
Marvel Cosmos is dead. People don't remember it was dead for 5 years. Hickman tried to bring it back, but it wasn't enough interest in it, and so Marvel killed it again so they can restart.
I wouldn't say it was like dead for years.
It was literally dead. Guardians was the only book going on in 2018 and has been dead since that book ended.
Well, no. This is about like the Imperial.
I know.
Event.
It was dead until this event, and then this event did not sell, so they're killing it again.
Oh, okay. Well,
Guardians had 2018. That Fed run ended 2018. It failed. It took 5 years for Imperium. Imperium did not sell well, and they're killing it again. It's dead.
Which is ironic, audience, because like one of the major points of Imperium was like to turn a lot of the cosmic characters back to their pre-MCU versions. So, yikes.
But the thing is,
they didn't really do that though.
Huh?
What?
Well, I said a lot of their characters, not all the characters.
But they didn't really do that for anybody.
Well, Star-Lord went back to, he went back to wanting to mask. Like, he stopped being the MCU version of Star-Lord.
Inhumans. The Inhumans, yes. Inhumans were pre MCU. Star-Lord just went back to being the Emperor of Star Trek, but the MCU was alive and well by then. He still had those traits. That was when he was dating, around the time he was dating Kitty Pryde.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Gamora and them is pretty much came out the same, and they've been writing them. Nova got fucked over. He's basically in the same position he's always in, where there's only one of them, and
Yeah.
so I guess his was a proper reset.
Gotcha.
Uh,
But look, okay, you can think of it as that way, but for me, my perspective is like,
it was
look, since Chip Zdarsky is now taking the helm of Jonathan Hickman, yeah, you're not going to have a lot. Marvel's going to want to devote more of their resources on Chip Zdarsky's engineering of Marvel going forward, whereas Hickman, like as far as I'm aware, like
this is
he is.
why they're doing it though.
Yeah. What? Wait,
They,
what?
they chose Chip because this failed. This was supposed to be the next big thing, and
Yeah.
Imperium did okay, but none of the follow-ups did anything because Imperium pissed everybody off.
Okay, yeah. From what I'm seeing, like from the reaction of Imperium, people didn't like what they did with Star Lord, with his side at the end of this event. You know,
Yeah,
being okay with what the Inhumans did, and I forgot what the other fallout was that people were
they
making
didn't like
commotion about.
they didn't like the deterioration of him and Nova's friendship, especially because we haven't had a chance to actually get it since 2018, which they just finally became friends again. So it'll be like if Mary Jane got back with Peter and then immediately took away, like with the Tep Wells run. That's basically what happened to people who read that
Uh,
book. And then
oh,
you
that makes
had the whole
sense.
thing, the humans are back, that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Black Panther in space, people are still iffy about it. And also didn't help that he was overpowered for no reason. Like really no reason. And he was fighting two Hulks multiple times.
Okay, I gotta ask a serious question to all the Black Panther fans. Like, do you really like the Black Panther stuff? The intergalactic Wakanda?
I liked it when it first showed up. The problem is when they didn't do anything with it for multiple runs. And then the first
Hmm.
thing time we get into space to do something with it since 2018 run of Black Panther,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, I can just fight the Hulk. I can teleport. I can do all this other stuff now. And it's like, bro, you
Because
didn't need all that. They like Black
the
Panther, but they don't like him being overpowered because of the way Marvel treats overpowered characters. If that makes
yeah
sense.
the intergalactic Wakandan Empire could literally take on all the established alien empires in the galaxy, all coming
Yeah,
at them at once.
and
Yeah, I can
and
see how
then
that would be fetters.
people
Yeah.
only liked it because they made T'Challa king again with that book.
Yeah.
Um, if you like the
Um,
Shi'ar didn't get shit. They kind of really just got fucked over. And then if you was a fan of Empire and Hulkling, all them other stuff, they basically got told, "Oh, Hulkling, he was a shit leader. He failed. The Skrull betrayed him. The Kree Skrull are back at war. He didn't accomplish shit,
and
basically."
I can
He
imagine
tried.
I can imagine Hulkling
And
years
now his
later.
husband has to become the demiurge again and has to fight and now has to fight Morgan if anyone cared.
Man, what a serious downgrade that had to have been for Hulkling, man. Like
Well, Hulkling's now
what?
a doll, so you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like he was king of of a galactic empire. He did the impossible and united two warring alien factions, and now look where he's at now.
He's a
Like,
doll.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
by
but
resetting cosmic space, all you really did was just fuck over everything we spent years building up to, and what people wanted to see. So people didn't care about
gotcha.
She-Hulk on Planet Hulk because they already did Planet Hulk with She-Hulk, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was definitely a big upgrade from what Greg Pak was doing with She-Hulk when he went back to Planet Hulk. I'm
Yeah,
going to turn Jen Walters into a generator. Get it? Generator.
you had the Black Panther run so far just been fighting black clones of other heroes for some reason. That's not really interesting. The only good book they had was the Nova book.
Yeah, that is a travesty. Like as a non-Nova fan audience, that book really got me interested in Richard Rider. I'm still picking that up. But
Yeah,
it
never forget
definitely
about Otto Blacktavius, people.
Otto Gunther Blacktavius. Get it right, Austin. Get his name right. But yeah, it is a travesty because you definitely felt like Nova was being written for the long run. But
Yeah,
just to clarify this audience, so She-Hulk, Nova, and Black Panther, they're going to get canceled, right? But we still have Exiles and that Imperial Guardians I don't know if you
They
remember
both
that,
got changed to
Austin.
minis.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they were
So
ongoing.
okay, so all these was supposed to be ongoing, and then all of them
Mhm.
became minis, and that's like all of them are canceled.
Well, except for Exiles and Imperial Guardians.
Apparently, Exile and Guardians might not be coming out, or if they do, they're literally just 5 minis.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, when I said they are giving Chip the keys over Hickman, I mean like full on. So I don't think they're
mhm.
following forward with any of these ideas. As the first two then
That
sell,
is
Imperial Guardians led by half the members who people don't care about,
that is a
it's
shame because
probably not gonna sell.
that is a shame because I know Imperial Guardians was supposed to be more of a fallout with the Inhuman situation.
Yeah,
No, that's sad. Exiles, I don't know what's going on. Exiles, I don't even know who the team is. So yeah, that's sad. But I mean, it is what it is. Again, like Marvel's just gonna put all their resources on Chip going forward, like with more of his grounded stuff. So there's just not gonna be enough room to focus on the intergalactic stuff audience. So yeah, it was sad, but what can
yeah.
you do? It's
So if you want to see
you
anything with any people in space, you better hope Chip Zdarsky randomly makes a plan with them, even though he doesn't really do space stuff like that.
That is true. That is true. So, all right then. Any final thoughts on this before we move on, Austin, to the last topic?
They might make the Guardians of the Galaxy from the Spider-Man book the new Guardians of the Galaxy. People don't remember Peter Parker being in space and Rocket has a new team.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you might end up with them as Guardians for a bit.
that's the one where Peter having that yellow alien girlfriend, I recall, right?
Yes. Imagine having a girlfriend that cares. Can be Peter.
Mhm. Gotcha. Anyway, okay. I guess with that, we should move on to the last topic of the night. So, Austin, you want to do the honors of this one?
Spider-Man Long Way Home. Yes, this is not a gay parody of Spider-Man, but this is Spider-Man and a random spin-off book. This is gonna be non-canon, but put the time to Brand New
Mhm.
Day because it had the Hulk and Punisher who are both in that
Yeah.
film in this book. It's written by Jonathan Hickman. I don't know how they convinced him to do this. Apparently, this is also a 5-issue miniseries, so it is what it is.
And remember when Jonathan Hickman was such a big star in comics that he's like, he could write the whole direction of Marvel, going forward. He could have all these spin-off books, this and that. Now he's
I think because he
reduced.
quit.
Did he quit? Because I did hear.
No, I don't think he quit it.
people
Like, I
say
don't want to say this. I don't think he said, fuck Marvel, I'm leaving. But because how he did Ultimates, where it's like, I'm just going to write the opening. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. And they still didn't, and they canceled it despite everything that happened with Cole and stuff. I think he's
Mhm.
scaling back how much he's doing for Marvel.
Okay. Well, I guess this is what bad relationships affect the work audience. So I mean, it's going to be the first time Hickman felt like he was given the short hand in his projects by Marvel. So yeah, taking the frustration out on his comics. So yeah, okay. As Austin stated, it's a 5-issue miniseries out of continuity, and it's going to pit Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher going up against AIM.
There's no situation where Spider-Man and Hulk needs Punisher.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
more like it's more like Punisher was already there and he ran into
Yeah,
him.
if it was
dude,
called Punisher Long Way Home, and he was just
yeah,
already there, sure.
dude.
You're
Jeez,
not
I
convinced me Spider-Man is going to sit there and let Frank murder people.
dude, I'm looking at the preview art for this, right? This looks like Punisher from his Vietnam days, dude. Like you see him in the jungle. The sleeves on his shirt are ripped off. He has a sniper, and he has the Punisher skull face painted on his face. I'm like, wait, did they just take him out of time or something? Like,
Well, if you look at the first picture you had, it looked like the Cosmic Cube is back, so it probably is out of time. Or it's making them,
mm,
or change reality to be Vietnam again.
yeah, that's the only explanation you could really have in this.
I imagine bring back the Cosmic Cube, but not doing Copic.
That's still a ticking time bomb, man, because we still haven't seen the Cosmic Cube in action since then. Actually, no, we haven't. Huh. I can't think of a time when the Cosmic Cube became relevant again.
And it's the first time
Yeah.
it came. It's the first time since Hydra Cap.
Oh, well, this is a now continuity story, so yeah,
Yeah,
I
but I'm
wouldn't
saying it's
count.
still just the first time since that book. How many years has it been?
Okay. Now I'm seeing the Cosmic Cube in the cover, so I didn't notice that earlier. So yeah,
It's the main
yeah.
cover you picked.
I have a lot of Austin. I have a lot of images and photos to go through. All right,
Yeah,
give me
Jake
a
should do better,
break.
bro. Jake should do
Yeah,
better.
I just think 5% could go a long way, audience. 5%.
Hey, 5% of my paycheck, you got it.
And 5% of how much I have to pay I have to pay for StreamYard.
Sure. See, services are expensive. I agree.
But
Gotcha. But yeah,
it's one of those books. I'll check it out, but I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it. I don't really think it's gonna be that big a deal.
yeah.
The best thing about being out of continuity is that we can skip.
That's true. That's true, audience. So Lord knows we got enough Punisher books as it is at the moment, man. Like, damn, I swear, when they brought Frank Castle back, they brought him back hard, dude, audience.
Well, to be
Like,
fair, his sales are justifying the book, so it is what it is. His fans were
yep,
starving, and they're getting exactly what they
yep,
wanted.
exactly. But
Wait! I forgot. This also reminds me. We just talked about it. This is the last thing, and I'm let you go to bed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Imperium and all that wasn't the only books that are getting canceled. By the way, a lot of stuff is getting canceled. There's a whole wave of canceled stuff. Like
Ooh.
Scarlet Witch's book is already canceled. Her Social Supreme.
Big surprise. Come on.
And it was
Hold
like that,
on.
like 4 other books all getting canceled at 10
No.
issues.
Austin, it's Steve Orlando writing Scarlet Witch, so it's just going to be her book canceling so that they could give her a new #1 and put Steve Orlando back in her book.
It's true, but it's weird. This is my biggest problem with comics, where it's like there's so many characters. They did the same thing with Carol. Me and you talked about this multiple times, where they would do this character #1. The book doesn't sell. They don't have the audience to justify the sales of the book. So they just restart the book, and they just keep doing it. They don't care to start with it all the time, and that's the main reason where people ask, why can't my favorite character get 5 issues?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that even though that was a trope that was going on with Captain Marvel, that seems to have expanded to other books now. Like, well, you can have the same writer write. I'll use Fantastic Four as an example. Like, how long has Ryan North been writing Fantastic Four now at this point? 2 years, and they decided to just randomly okay, we're restarting your run with a #1.
To be fair to him, they did that so they can justify the time skip, because One World on Doom and the way they handled it was fucking everything over.
But then they also did the same thing with Daredevil, like Chip Zdarsky. Like Chip Zdarsky went on
Chip
record.
Zdarsky was actually going to lead the book, and they convinced him to come back.
Yeah, he was going to end his run after Devil's Reign, but then Marvel's like, "Oh no, you're not done. We're going to give you #1 for Daredevil." Like, oh, really? Okay,
No, it was more like he was done telling the story, and then they convinced him to. They paid him for more story. He said, "I can figure something out."
Mm-hmm.
He was that boat was gonna end, and he wanted to write somebody else.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And I'm sure there are other examples that I just can't remember off the top of my head at the moment. But yeah, do you know any other books?
Steve and Kelly's Captain Marvel, where it was like, oh, the sales. Those are the only 2 times where the sales were generally just bad, and they said we're gonna do a #1 because they'll bring new people in to buy the first book, because #1's always popular.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know? You said other books were getting canceled. Do you know which ones besides Scarlet Witch?
Off my head, so you had the 5 Imperial books. You have Scarlet Witch, and I believe Doctor Strange's book was getting canceled. And Doctor Strange had a book. It just wasn't doing a lot. So people are still mad he's not so supreme, so they're not reading the book.
From what I'm told, he's not even the main character of his own book.
He was.
Oh, he was. I just saw one reviewer say that, and
Well,
just brought it up.
Some people some readers can't handle a side character getting any kind of content. They literally just one issue where the focus was on them and why they were in the book.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious about that.
But
So
no, the Doctor Strange stuff was good. It just people are tired of him dying, coming back, and then not being Sorcerer Supreme, just to
yeah.
give it to somebody else over and over again.
Mhm.
He had died and came back 5 times in what 10 years.
Yeah.
I know, right? Poor Steven. His only
He didn't
crime.
get a chance to be Sorcerer Supreme at the Doom level. They just gave it to somebody else.
Damn. Audience, Stephen Strange's only crime in life is not having a checkbox, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any other ones you remember that are getting canceled?
Let's see. That's the last Iron Man, not the current Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
World by Night just got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know they had a book, to be honest.
It's a World by Night. It's like a black, white, and blood type book. It's very R-rated.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So,
And it was 2 more. I just can't name them. I know 2 X-Men books got canceled. You can't remember what they are.
well, that's a problem when you have X-Men having 9 books going on at once.
And to be fair to them, they are getting X-Men United book where they're like, there's too many X-Men books, too many X-Men teams. We all need to just be one team again. We need to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Well, X-Men
So a
is
lot of
more
them got canceled for that.
X-Men is understandable, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the biggest wave of the cancel stuff in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think Iron Fist got canceled, but I can't remember.
No surprise there. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess it really is what
I wish it
is.
was Venom.
We all have wishes that are never going to come true, audience. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think that's where we should end off tonight. We reached all the topics, so awesome, got off a little early. So anyway, Jake, play that end theme song.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get some sleep, audience. We'll see y'all